Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn can reboot the universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Okay, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! Honey.
Yo, what's going on? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Man, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love to each and every single one of you guys out there catching this on the live play, and everybody that will be catching this on the replay as well, you dig? We about to get to it. Yes, oh yes, we about to have a wonderful discussion. You dig? You dig? We are live. Shouts out to the Syndicate Network and all of its colleagues. You dig? Time to have a great discussion about this film. We got Integrity 101 in the building. What's going on, bro? We got Toy Mafia in the house. Dennis Medina. Triton in the building. We got Cody J. Braun in here. DC Talk 82. You know what I mean? Anatoli's in the house. W. Mir is in the house. We got Skoga in here. Who else is in here? You dig? We got Adrian. We got Daniel 8417 in the building. What's going on, Daniel? We got PRK Gaming and Collectibles in here. What's going on, PRK? We got Mama Bear stopping by for a short time. Thank you, Mama Bear. Much love. We got Mysterious in here. We got Futuretron. Right? Who else is in here? You dig? Making sure everybody's in the building. Right? Yeah. All right. I'm so glad that everybody able to come in here and rock out. We are about to we got Frank C. Right? Much love, yo. Thank you guys for being in the building and rocking out, yo. We about to have this discussion. We're gonna be reacting to the part from the space the other day that was probably like the most important section of the entire thing, where the homie Nar the Misfit, man, just came out of nowhere, bro. Nars came through some of the spaces, but never like this, bro. Never like this. Nar pulled up on like a man on a mission, and we're gonna break down that part of the conversation that he had. And it was just fantastic. So shouts out to all y'all ready to rock out with this conversation and react to the rest of that space. We're gonna hear from the homies Nar, and we definitely gonna hear from Integrity. You know what I mean? Both of them came through and really just laid the law down, man, and gave out a bunch of great information. So we're gonna parse through it and get to that in 1 second. But first, make sure you guys are hitting that like, share, and subscribe, as well as that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. You dig? We are over here rocking out, trying to hit 5K by the end of the year. About to hit 3K like any day now. You know what I mean? That'll be happening. So shouts out to all you guys that's been rocking out this entire time. And shouts out to everybody that's gonna be rocking out going into the future, yo. Cause yeah, man, we are live. We having these conversations, man. There's so much fun, dog. And we just enjoy bringing you guys this content, and that's what we're trying to do, right? We are the originators, the founders, the creators, the whatever you want to call it. Like, and I will reiterate this because I'm gonna start reiterating this part on this stream, on these streams too, right? It don't get no bigger than us when it comes to this sales Snyderverse thing, bro. Yo. If you literally want an answer to your question about anything or like any of our thoughts, any of our thought process, why we're doing what we're doing, any of those things, you can ask me, Apex, Leon, anybody over at the cool table. I'm pretty sure they can answer your question, and it don't get no bigger than that. So don't come to us trying to tell us what the hell we're asking for. If you come to me and say, yo, I know what you want. I know what you really want, Sky. And you say, Sky, what you really want is the Ayer cut. You don't know what I want, bro. Do I want the Ayer cut? Absolutely. But there is a list. There is a prioritized list. You understand? And then it's so funny because look, y'all heard in that last stream that dude brought up the Ayer cut. Now it is very funny, and I felt it was very apropos that Nar brought up a great point about a potential pivot that may be made after this Superman movie continues to disappoint like they know it's going to do, which is why they're out there lying to people, having them tell them that this movie is grossing more than Man of Steel. They're legit lying to people at this point. Lying. They lied about the hashtags and the space monkeys and the super shit not being in the movie. They say, hey guys, it's not in there. Right? I've seen it. Go see the movie. It's not in there. Then you go see the movie and it's in there. They're coming out here telling you that this movie is debuting larger than Man of Steel. It's not. The most generous one been like, yo, it's like 121. That's the most generous one I've seen. That's actually been a number. Has been 121. Guess what? Man of Steel open to 128. It is factually incorrect. They are lying to you guys. This is a very eye-opening moment. I think everybody should get a very, very good look at what's going on in this marketing and all over social media for this film, and everybody should be waking up. Hopefully that's the case, because that's wild that they're literally lying to you guys about what is or isn't in this movie and what it is or isn't doing at the box office. They're just lying, saying, fuck it, we can't do nothing else. We just gonna lie. Crazy. If you want to rock out with the sale movement, we only ask 3 rules of engagement, which are being positive, not mixing hashtags, and not tagging, mentioning, or anything of that sort anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to one James Gunn. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be worried about that part for too much longer. But ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following, subscribe to, and just overall enamored with, because all of the pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon of the New Geeks. You dig? If you would like to sponsor a stream, whenever you guys give super chats, gifted memberships, or super thanks, whoever donates the most will sponsor a following stream and have their name scrolling across the bottom, like the homie. Oh snap! I ain't even change it. It's supposed to be the Good Austin. You dig? See, I remembered, right? Yeah. 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 All right. Yeah, let's he said Sky, a plant is blaming the heat wave for the low UK numbers. Last time I checked, theaters have AC. Bro, crazy. Crazy. Oh my god. He said this movie is as overgrossing Man of Steel's opening on a technicality, not necessarily, but it isn't untrue to say that. What? No, bro. I just saw a fucking post from 2013 saying Man of Steel made $128 million. I don't give a fuck what Box Office Pro says right now. I don't care. I literally saw a post from 2013 that said Man of Steel made $128 million opening weekend. This whole 116 bullshit literally came out because before this movie, they knew this shit wasn't tracking right. And all of a sudden, it's 116. A bullshit. Hey, we got the homie Apex Leon is stopping through. What's going on, Leon? How you feeling, bro?
What's goody, man? Feeling good on a good, beautiful Sunday, man. You know what I mean? I forgot you were streaming, man. I'm glad you're doing this one because this is a really good one. You know what I mean? Picking up on that conversation we were having.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, we about to get to it, bro.
For sure.
We about to get to it, bro. Because here's the thing, man. Like, first of all, we ain't about to get sidetracked with this conversation because that's what's going on. Right? It's like
somebody's trying to sidetrack y'all right now.
The attempted sidetracking of the conversation that we're about to have. And it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull this up. And then when I pull this up and I show this post, right? From 2013, I'm not gonna want to hear anything else. There will be no more like fucking moving of the goalposts, right, Leon?
Absolutely, bro.
Because there shouldn't be a post that exists anywhere, right, Leon? From 2013 that says that this movie made $128 million, correct, Leon?
That is correct. There shouldn't be one iota, one sign, anything.
It shouldn't fucking exist.
Facts.
Right?
Shout out to the chat, by the way. I see y'all showing love.
And
much
when
appreciated.
I pull this up, the conversation's over. And I will be continuing on with what we got going on.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the stream, so I'm guessing somebody came in the chat with some BS.
Yeah, talking about the damn
Superman movie, right?
I'm trying to say that it outgrossed it on the technicality.
No, it didn't.
Right?
On no level. But go ahead, bro, because you got it. I know you got it. Yeah, you got it. I'm glad I went here for that.
Let me upload.
Let me go on mute. Bro. Shit.
Let me upload this picture real quick. And then, I'm glad we're getting this out the way first because this just goes to show how these people will outwardly fucking lie to you guys. Right? If nothing else fails, Leon, the last straw is just a lie. Right?
If all else fails.
Cool.
Lie and lie again.
Now I'm about to put this up on the screen, and afterwards we're gonna move on. Leon, when did this post come out?
Says here it was published on June 16, 2013 at 10:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And when was it updated, Leon?
Updated June 27, 2013, 2:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
How much money did Man of Steel gross opening weekend?
Says here, weekend box office, Man of Steel soars to $128 million debut.
Done.
By Scott Mendelson.
Done. Moving forward. Cool. Let's go ahead and let's get started with the shit.
Right.
You dig? Because no bueno. No bueno.
Facts, bro.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Right? It's crazy, bro. This shit is too easy. W Mears, $5. Who says, and also, man, it's still open to 24 countries. 24 countries opening weekend for a Gunn film open to 75, and it's still low. Still ain't, bro. They can dread it.
What a detail.
They can run from it, bro.
Hey, that's nasty work.
Still arrives, dog.
It arrives.
Or should I say,
your ass.
I have.
Oh, man.
Because that was the rest of the line. I didn't write that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Woo, man.
That's a hard line.
They're
bro.
lying to you guys about how much money this movie's making. Right? Okay, Leon. Now,
yes, sir.
I ain't the best mathematician, dog. You understand?
I feel you.
Right? I ain't the best mathematician. Right? And I don't know how inflation worked all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's still a little tricky to me, right?
Right.
But is 121 more than 128?
Last I checked.
Like, I mean,
8 is higher than 1.
Maybe with inflation. Right?
Yeah.
121 is higher than 128. Maybe that's what it is, bro. Maybe money today,
right,
is worth more than money was back in the day.
Maybe, right?
I don't know. I thought that our dollar was going the other way, and it was getting worth less. But
that's what I thought.
That's what I thought. That's how I thought that inflation worked.
Crazy. And you know, you're not the only one saying this, bro. It's a lot of people online. I just randomly see 3 or 4 posts correcting people right now saying the same number we saying.
Facts, bro. Like, bro, they're lying to they are lying to you guys. Right?
I wanna
Bro, what does this say? I'm gonna give you your drop in 1 second. According to Forbes, Superman 20 is currently at 122 domestic. One could argue that adjusted for inflation, if what? It failed to beat me. Okay, I'm done. I don't know if that's a bot, bro. That's crazy. That is the craziest.
It failed to beat Man of Steel. It just failed to beat Man of Steel, period. Adjusted, not adjusted.
Look, let me give homie his drop. Nah, I'm not paying that account. No more mine. So shouts out to the dog. You dig?
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time. We didn't. So we didn't learn. Comprehension. We didn't learn.
Bruh, this shit costs more than Man of Steel to get made. They spent more on marketing than Man of Steel fucking need to get made, bro. And then we got somebody else that's saying, well, wait, hold up. Where'd it go? Where did it go? No. Where did it go? Damn it, I lost that comment. Wait, no, it's gotta be down here.
What did it
start with? Superman is the only comic book movie this year to open above 100 million, which WB sees as a win. Bruh, what's gonna happen on the 24th?
How many comic book movies came out this year?
I guess Captain America, bro. What?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Thunderbolts. I'm tripping.
And fucking Thunderbolts.
Part of my question.
Cool.
My fault.
Cool.
Yeah, my bad.
Bruh. All right. When Fantastic Four opens to more,
then what?
Then what? Is it still a win?
So, real quick, somebody said from this big account, I guess they kind of big, They were like, Superman has earned $217 million at the box office worldwide in its opening weekend. I'm tired of that damn phrase, that weekend shit. So I was like, you mean Superman's opening week/weeks? That number, if true, includes the previews, which started during the work week and are now tallied along with this past work week and weekend. Saying weekend would suggest Friday through Sunday only, but we know that's not true at all. I'm so tired of that rhetoric. They're making it seem like Friday through Sunday, everybody just crashed the theaters to a global cume of 217.
They included the fucking Amazon Prime shit, bro.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They included the Amazon Prime shit. They included the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
The other early previews during the work week.
That's literally
on like Wednesday and Thursday.
Wait, but bro, see how funny this is, bro? You see how we've gone so far from like them lying about what this movie is making? See what I'm saying, bro?
Crazy.
Bro, how about we just sit on that for 1 second, right? What does it mean to you, bro, that you are literally seeing these companies outwardly just flat out lying to people's faces now, bro?
It's man, let that sink in. That question alone, right?
Facts.
It means that they're going above and beyond to try to prop up a turd.
Absolutely.
To be frank. And how much money are you spending in order to do so?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
So either way,
has to be money being changed hands. Got to be some palms being greased.
How much is the budget that they reportedly said? Even that account reported that the budget was what, 225 million. Now wait, just rock with me on that for a second. 225 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without the advertising budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Include this mysterious quote unquote advertising budget that has been released by several legacy media accounts already, and you come to a accumulation of over $500 million total in budget. I'm starting to think it's more than that because they just keep going and going and going.
And there's people still popping up in my fucking chats arguing logic and factual, and they're arguing math. We literally got people in here trying to say, hey man, it's making more money than Man of Steel in its opening weekend domestically. And it's like, are you fucking kidding?
Right.
Are you crazy? And then you literally got, you see how that's not even an argument anymore. You literally just had somebody in the chat trying to say, hey, it made more. And then I proved that it didn't. And then the argument just shifts.
Facts.
Right?
And
I literally proved
real quick
that it did.
Oh, after you're done. My bad.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Caleb said the movie needs to make like 800 mil to break even. It's crazy. I'm going to correct you on that. No, the break even point is $1 billion. If your cumulative budget is over 500, let's say it's just 500 million. Let's just say it's 500 million. Wouldn't the break even point be 1 billion?
Facts.
Isn't that not how business works?
Yep.
So I'm not picking on you, Caleb, because I know you don't come with ill intent. I'm just correcting the narrative. I want everybody to understand it's $1 billion at the very least is what this movie has to make. There's no other ways to look at that. It has to reach $1 billion. Like Dr. Evil said. 1 billion. 1 billion.
Has to. Bro, I want to show you guys something, bro. You know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna do that because we're gonna get to the sidetrack. Because I was gonna look up these Fantastic Four tickets and actually show them how.
No, Caleb.
Fantastic Four. Timeout. Fantastic Four. Y'all keep talking about Fantastic. Fantastic Four has damn near sold out the El Capitan Theater for the fan screening, and it probably will be sold out by the time that this movie comes out. I need you guys to understand those tickets are $50, bro. 50 for one ticket.
And they sold out.
James Gunn could not sell this same amount of tickets for this same theater for a Guardians marathon where people were going to finish the fucking trilogy by seeing Guardians 3 early. And the tickets were around the same fucking price. And it did not even sell this many tickets.
Crazy.
Right? But no. Let's not get too caught up
I'm not
in the chat, because we can keep
I'm
going.
gonna say
back
this
and
one
forth
last
all
thing
day
in the chat.
That could literally be like an entire stream in and
Yeah.
of itself, right? Is us just discussing the Superman movie.
I'm not letting
the
this whole
budget.
1 billion shit
Yeah,
get away, bro. I'm
right?
sorry. I'm not doing no roughly 800. The shit is 1 billion, bro. If your shit's at 500 million, you gotta hit 1 billion. There's no roughly 800. If you've gone below $1 billion with this film, you have failed, period, to hit the halfway mark that you need, the break even point. It's $1 billion. So it's roughly $1 billion plus, not no roughly 800 to $1 billion. It starts at $1 billion.
Yep.
That's not my math. That's Warner Brothers.
And we're gonna, he said, where are you getting a bit of 500 million? Well, the fucking budget was at least 363, and they told you that they spending 2 to 250 on marketing. There's your 500 million right there.
Bang. They said it themselves.
Bang, 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 bang. Bruh, I feel like Craig's pops right now. Bang, 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 bang. W Mir with the $10 super chat saying, Man of Steel made its budget back in product placement before theaters, and this movie cannot beat it without inflation. Crying, laughing. And they spent Barbie levels of marketing. Did Man of Steel have Barbie's level of marketing? No, it did not. No, it did not. No, it did not, bro. No, it did not. You did. Let me give you this drop, bro.
You know, I got all this shit hanging over my head. But you off trying to start a war with our partners.
The nigga diss me every time I see him. Acting like he the one in charge and shit.
In Compton, he is the one. You lose. Every time you bite with that nigga, and I'm the one that pays for it. And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Yeah, bro. But let's go ahead and let's get to this space, man, because this was wonderful. We actually got Nar in the chat. Nar, if you got some time, you want to come up, let me know, and I'll shoot you a link. But yeah,
Nar?
we about to get to this space, bro, because this part of the space was wonderful, and we got to dig back deep into this since we was diving into that other part, which was also very important as well. When you say so, Leon?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Very important.
For sure.
He came through clutch with a lot of good information, and I want to say inspiration too, to be honest.
Right, yeah. For sure. Bruh. You want to know why this is so dumb, bro? And I'm gonna just say this and I'm gonna move on. Bro, let's even take them at their word that it was $225 million in marketing or for the budget. Let's just take it at their word. They said themselves that it was going to be 2 to 250. You had all the WB shills out there all saying the same shit. Ain't that right, Leon?
Facts.
So if it's 250, how the fuck is their break-even point 500 million, bro? Bro,
Facts.
you guys' logic doesn't make sense on its face.
Facts.
On its face. This movie's everywhere. I've never seen another movie marketed like this, bro. Never in my life.
This got to be some slave camp shit.
There's multiple people that have said exactly what I just said. He said, if they spent if they only spent 225, why do the Barbie for the level of marketing? Crazy, right? People don't know math anymore. That's ridiculous.
Facts.
That is ridiculous. You guys' math and logic don't even make sense. Even if I want to listen to what the fuck you're saying, which isn't even true in the first place, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's always been budget plus marketing. So what are we arguing here? It's always been that. It's always been that. And then we find out what the marketing is later. In this case, people really, a lot of these major legacy media publications,
they all say the same thing.
They're all saying the same thing. Because there are some people, believe it or not, who are a little bit annoyed by the existence of this film and the guy who's making it. So they're being forthcoming with information.
Crazy, bro. Right? Wow. But let's dive into this, man, because they sitting there, oh, it's 225 plus. All right, well, all the shield saying is 250 for the fucking marketing. So that's over 500 million. There's your $500 million, and then or 475, and then you're saying, oh, well, it only has to make 500 million. What's wrong with y'all, bro?
That's crazy.
What's wrong with you guys? Literally, have we fucking lost our minds, bro? No, let's have a real conversation, bro. Have you guys lost your fucking minds, bro?
Who said the marketing was 600 million?
I feel like I'm you guys' dads right now, bro. I don't know if you guys are like lacking male figures in your life, bro. Right? I don't know. But if a movie cost $475 million, bro, do you not how have you make back 500 million? You broke even. That's not how that fucking works. Do any of you guys pay bills?
Hey, a little movie it doesn't matter what you said. Listen to what the hell we're saying. Shut the hell up. Open your ears.
And are you the only person in the
stop
chat?
Typing.
Are you the only person in the chat, bro?
Facts. We're talking
It's
to everybody.
main character syndrome.
It's
the fuck?
225
bro,
is the
anyway.
budget. I'll just type it because it's fine. I'll be that guy.
Cool. No, you know what? I forgot that he's a content creator with no audience. I actually forgot that, Leon. I actually forgot who that was. That's that dude that left that crazy ass comment, and I went and I saw he was damn near in the chat talking to himself. Cool. All right. Since I remember that now, I'll actually not give him any more fucking speech. Yeah. But let's get back to this space because this shit was super dope. Let's get to what the homie Nar was cooking on.
But nah, I'm gonna just bring Nar and Integrity up here. These gonna be the last guests. Y'all up here at the same time. Yo, what's going on, man? We'll get
Can everybody hear okay? Are we good on audio?
I can hear.
Make sure. All right. Chat
Chat,
good.
let us know if we can hear, if y'all can
Chat
hear
good.
the audio.
I just want to make sure because Nar was cooking, so I'm gonna kind of like let him cook for a little bit, but and I'm gonna be jumping in and out, and I'm pretty sure that if Leon hears something that he wants to cook on, he can just jump in. You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
let's go ahead and break this down, bro. For sure.
We'll get Nar the mic first. What's your questions and comments, bro? The platform is all yours.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Chilling, man. It's feeling good.
So, I'm not trying to say I'm an industry insider or anything. I've worked in like media, and I've spoken to a few people. I used to work for a company called Topic, and I had to like work with a bunch of studio people over there. And I used to know, I think she's like the head of MGM right now. She used to work for Michael B. Jordan, and I had spoken with her.
Does Topic do marketing?
No. I'm just letting you guys know that, like.
Oh no, I know. I was just asking because I think I heard of y'all. Do they
Topic?
do marketing or no?
Nah, there's a studio part. I worked in the creative part where we created a lot of assets for the studio and other parts of it. They did have a streaming service, but I think they combined it with another company and then it kind of fell through. And that's what I'm speaking on. That I worked with people who were from Netflix. Okay, I work with industry people from Netflix. Like I said, I spoke with people who are industry people.
Wait, real quick, Leon, can I highlight something? Ain't it crazy how he just came right in and said who he was and who he's worked with in the past and all that, right? Ain't that crazy? Is Leon there? No? Okay. Maybe it's just me, right? Oh, I'm tripping. He literally just said that he'll be right back. He literally just told me. But nah, to the chat, ain't that crazy? That is a serious juxtaposition to what happened yesterday. When you guys agree, we didn't even have to ask him. He just came in and was like, yo, I'm this guy. I've done this. I've worked with these people, right? Right off the bat. He didn't come in saying, yo, I got my start, working in DVDs and, well, actually, I was making a film in high school. Well, actually, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell? Bruh, who are you? Leon asked a very specific question. He was like, yo, what is your title? And he was like, oh, man, my title is ever shifting. You know what I'm saying? It's, you can never really pin it down to one thing. You know what I'm saying? This guy came right in, right off the bat, saying who he was, who he didn't work with, very clear. Let's get back to it.
Who are still in the industry. Like I said, I think her name is Alana Mayo. She used to date the girl that wrote The Shy. I can't remember her name right now. And she used to be head of whatever at Michael B. Jordan's company. And that's when I knew her. And we spoke on the phone for hours and everything. And one thing I can tell you guys is that a lot of the industry, a lot of people who call themselves industry experts, they are just on a level where they don't even get all that information. Get what I'm trying to say? Like, if I'm a head of a department, I'm going to say I'm the head of that department. I'm not going to say I'm an industry expert, right? I'm not going to say I'm an industry person. Like, well, you brought up on Robert Meyer Burnett. He doesn't call himself an industry person. He says, I worked for Warner Brothers and did XYZ, right? Like, whenever you hear industry, I work in the industry and they don't say exactly what their title is, they probably don't want to expose that they don't actually know what they're talking about, right?
Which is why I asked him to bring up his title. Thank you for confirming me, for sure.
Right. Also, a lot of people who are in the industry, unfortunately, are brainwashed by the process to get into the industry, even if you are a PA, right? It's not easy to get in. I've worked on sets. It's not easy to get in, right? You have to go through a lot of hoops to get into a boys club, pretty much, right? And they are told certain things and they idolize these studios, right? And the reality is, it's very easy to say that you are on a winning side if you just agree with what the studio is going to give you, right? There's no pushback. If the studio don't want to make a movie and you go, yeah, well, I agree with that, then you're quote unquote winning. And anybody who disagrees with you is quote unquote losing, right? Because the studio is the one that's going to.
Bro, what a point, bro. What a point, bro.
Absolutely.
What a point, bro.
To answer your question real quick, because I heard you on the phone, but I was
right after you said that, I was like right, Leon, and I'm like, oh shit, like shit, he gone. Nah, but that's a fantastic point, bro. It's real easy it's like, yo, studio don't want to make a movie. Shit, I don't want them to make it. You know what I mean?
Correct. So, and to answer your question, yeah, when the way he came in was very transparent and very honest. It was just like, my name is so and so. This is my job title. This is who I. It's almost like being interviewed for a job, or maybe not a job, but a partnership in a business where you state who you are, your references, and your job history, right? Who you are is your name and your job title. What you're about and your references are who you've been in contact with, and then your job history. Other guy was like, yeah, man, I used to be a mailman. I used to like feed birds. You know, I used to dance a jig on corners with a hat. Like, he was going over his entire freaking life's history just to dance around what he does now to make himself, to try to boost up his resume to us so that we would bow down, essentially, right?
Yeah,
Nar came through with them facts, and he gave us that information just now. That great point that he just made.
Yep. It's real easy, man. Hey, studio don't want to make them. Hey, studio don't want the Snyder cut out. I don't want the Snyder cut out.
Fact.
There's as simple as it gets right there. Studio say the Snyder cut don't exist. Hey, that shit don't exist.
Fact.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why listening to people come in here and talk about, oh, well, they said the budget's only this. You think I give a fuck about what they said, bro?
Facts.
When there's literal evidence pointing to the contrary, and then y'all got people coming in here trying to take up for it by saying, hey, man, don't trip, though. Hollywood just be committing fraud, y'all. The fucking movie didn't really cost that much.
You know, I just thought of, Scott, that's going to mess you up.
What?
Think about this. All these platforms, legacy media that pretend to be transparent about budgets and marketing and all that, right? They've come out here and lied to everybody about the opening weekend of this movie, right?
Oh my God.
So check it.
No, bro. I gotta cut you off because the information that you just gave is a little bit outdated, bro.
Shut up.
They are not only just lying about the budget now, bro. They're lying about the marketing. There was just an article sent to one of the group chats. They say that the marketing was $100 million, bro.
So they're lying about the marketing now?
They're bro. Thank you, Nessa. Yeah, Nessa's absolutely right. I just saw your message. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Bro. Okay. Anybody. I need you guys to hold up.
This is what I was gonna say.
Real quick.
No, real quick.
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time. We didn't. So we didn't learn. Comprehension. We didn't learn.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was like, bro, I gotta play this. I gotta play this.
Real quick, I'm gonna take a few seconds. I was just getting ready to say that when they were very transparent about the original marketing budget, which was well over 200 million.
Yes.
And I was gonna say, as transparent as they are, I'm willing to think that it's more than that.
Yeah.
Because when do they ever tell us the truth?
Facts. And
now
then
they turn here and turn around and lowered it.
Bro. Okay, guys. Look, I need everybody to just be honest, bro. We all, dude. This is a come to Jesus moment right now.
If I ever saw one,
bruh. Does anybody out there think that this movie only cost $100 million to market, bro? Bro, this movie was on fucking Love Island, bro. This movie, every time I open my phone, every time I go on my fucking computer, bro, every time I go anywhere, this movie's fucking everywhere, dog. Everywhere. We just had several people say they've never seen as much marketing for a movie as they have with this one. And these are industry fucking professionals. Yo, use you guys as eyes,
bro.
Even if you want to say, hey, it isn't the most advertised movie that I've ever seen. It's definitely in the top fucking 3. It's definitely in the top 3. Slipknot fan said, I saw a Superman poster at a bus stop and on the side of the bus. Bro. This is crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
They went the opposite way with it, bro.
Mm-hmm. So they're exaggerating how much is making worldwide, and they're downplaying the marketing. It's like they're flipping it,
bro. And not only that. What about all them shields that's been telling y'all that it was $250?
Exactly.
What about all them shields that's been telling y'all that it's $250?
They've been saying that, it's only $250. It's only $250.
Now they saying it's $100. Damn, bruh. You see what happens when you're not on the right side of history? You see what happens? You get shit on. Cause at the end of the day, they're gonna leave all y'all content creators is the ones holding the ball.
Yep.
That's them. That's y'all, bro. Y'all the ones that gotta hold this L, bro. They're literally lying about how much it's fucking making. Saying, oh yeah, it had a bigger domestic opening than Man of Steel. False. Oh, the super shit hashtags aren't in the movie. False. Oh, we only spent $250 million on marketing. Now that's false. WB coming out saying, nah, it's only 100. Wow.
I see why guys, and who I'm about to name isn't some blameless, faultless person, right? Jeremy Johns, he's not blameless or faultless. He's been a goof in the past, right? But he's come a long way, right? When he was with Collider, he left suddenly.
Absolutely.
And his reasoning was like some personal stuff. And he started diving deeper into his platform. Ever since then, he's been about, I don't want to say honest because I don't know the guy, but he's at least consistent with his views and opinions on movies, right? He's not going to like a movie that in the past he wouldn't like, right? You can just see the pattern recognition, right? I could see why he left a place like Collider. I use him as an example because he outright destroyed this movie in a review. Because he knows that if you stay with a section like Collider, you're going to be compromised. You have to bend the knee. You got to twerk.
Bro. You can't do that, bro.
Yep.
You can't do that, bro. Like if you're at one of these outlets, bro, you literally have people coming out admitting this shit.
Because they're a part of the marketing budget.
Listen to this.
Everybody in our industry occasionally has to play softball, occasionally has to, look the other way a little bit. Everybody has to do it.
Wait, returning what? Like a movie
in the sense that, I hated a movie, but I won't say that I hated the movie, or an actor behaved a sort of way and you don't want to, put it out there that happened.
Right, because you might not get the next review.
Right. So to some degree, everybody in our industry that is a part of this quote unquote access media has to sort of decide which battles they want to pick.
So if you don't believe me, believe that guy.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
If you don't want to believe me, believe him. That's crazy, bro. Bro, we are watching this shit unravel, bro. Their fucking credibility is gone, dog. It's gone.
Yep.
It's gone. Let's get back to it, man.
Speaking of marketing, I'm scrolling through my X account and I see a Superman ad.
Bro, they're fucking everywhere, bro. Bro, they're all over Instagram, dog. It's crazy. It's like a video ad. Then it's an ad for Nicholas Hoult as fucking Lex Luthor. Then you keep scrolling. It's another ad. Oh, hey, check out Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. It's like, bro, cool, but like, don't fucking piss on me and tell me it's raining, dog. Don't try to force this movie down my throat more than any other movie I've ever seen before in my lifetime. And then you turn around and you tell me, nah, we only spent $100 million on the marketing.
Crazy.
Get the fuck, bro. Oh my God, dog. Oh my God, bro. Yo, people see, and you know what's funny too? They done got real quiet ever since that $100 million shit that came out.
Right. Because they were even in the chat arguing that it was 250.
Right? But now they said it's 100. Now what? When you came here, you had an hour. now it's less. Oh my God. Integrity said Hollywood Reporter just said 200 million for the marketing last week, I think. Right?
Yep. Yeah, because it was an article about how it's like the media blitz of marketing, the marketing blitz.
Right.
At the last minute.
Look at Kunin said, I don't know how many times I've heard eyes up here in the ad. Thank you, bro. That shit is all over the place.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
What the hey, dude? PRK says, I bet right now Shell is saying, I heard marketing was around. Bro, you crazy, dog.
With his goofy ass.
Damn.
Here's what I've heard.
Man, may you live forever, bro.
Facts,
may
bro.
You live forever, dog. Damn, may all these people live forever, bro. Facts, bro. May they never experience a glorious death.
Oh, man.
Prepare for glory. Come on, man. Let's get back to this space, dog. Damn.
Determine what gets made and what don't get made. Now, that being said, you guys' movement is something that the industry have never seen before, right? They want to call it toxic. They want to call it passionate fans. They've never seen a movement where fans huddle together and say, no, we want this and we are not going to pull back based on any kind of pushback you guys give us, right? So when you see a lot of pushback online from these like quote unquote bot accounts or accounts that are it's clearly from the studio. This is all part of their marketing. They need to market this movie. They need to quiet down. They need to create a boogeyman so that this way fans feel like if they support the movie, they're
You ain't got to pause for too long. I just want y'all to pay attention to that. My man said a part of their marketing budget. All right, you can continue if you want.
Facts. Oh no, man. Hey, you want to cook on that a little more or not?
Yeah, nah, that's it. Really, I mean, like, that's real shit. Here's the thing: since when do we not know this? If
these are facts, bro,
this shit has been going on since movies were made. There's always been street teams. Y'all never heard of street teams?
Hey, I know what a street team is, bro. Facts.
I know a lot of people refer to that in music, but street teams are about entertainment. Period.
Facts.
Where you get a group of people. Usually women, to go out with flyers and ads to walk around handing out pamphlets, right? And flyers and advertisements, all that good stuff. Especially the cuter you are, they're gonna hire you. Hey, come here. We got this new show coming out. We got this, we got this, that. That shit has been a part of advertising entertainment since entertainment existed. It just has evolved over time because there's not really a necessity for street teams unless you're doing something independent, right? It went from street teams to basically ads and articles, from there to interns and bots, to now fake ass accounts and on social media who aren't necessarily bots. Maybe they're real people, but they're sent there to pretend as though they really give a crap about a movie, and they push marketing. They're there to fight with us tooth and nail. And like Nar just said, There's a social media marketing team in every media company. Their job is to create a narrative towards their products. To make anyone say otherwise. Bro, exactly. Like, first of all, if you have a studio or a company, why wouldn't you have a social media marketing team? Don't make us pull up freaking jobs. You know what I mean? Like, do we have to pull up job listings for this sort of thing?
Do we have to like start, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to start looking into like who the fucking marketing managers are at these companies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure these people have LinkedIn accounts.
Said, don't make anyone say otherwise. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got you.
Yeah.
Don't make anyone with it. Yep. Do we got to pull up LinkedIn, bro?
Yeah, and then and it's like I don't want to start doing all that, man. I'd rather just talk about these things on their face, right? But it's like they be coming with these crazy ass narratives, bro, and it's like, nah, man, just stop lying to the people, bro. This shit's cooked, bro. It's cooked. All this lying and shit. People are too informed now, bro. And I just don't think that they can control it anymore. But let's keep going, man.
Yes, sir.
They're not part of the boogeyman group, and if they don't, then they're part of the boogeyman group, right? Just understand this because they have no idea how to deal with you guys. They have no idea how to deal with a Snyder fandom, a fandom at this size. They have no idea how to deal with it. They're trying to just say they have been doing the same thing they did with Ray Fisher. They're doing the same thing they've done with a lot of people in the industry. Anne Hathaway, they did it with Anne Hathaway. They did this with a lot of people where they just go, you are the bad guy and you guys don't be like them, right?
First of all, that was a great point. I forgot about that Anne Hathaway situation. You know what I mean?
Yep. I ain't gonna name other names because it'll get all controversial then.
Yeah, crazy.
No, I'm gonna say it, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, right? Yeah, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you why he's a great example. Not just a good one, but a great one. Despite what he said, may or may not have said, whether he was coerced to say it, whether he was drugged to say it, whatever theories one may have, if Hollywood to Hollyweird wants to protect someone who goes out and does something wild, they will do it. So it's completely irrelevant whether or not Mel Gibson meant to say what he said or not. If he was a part of the good old boys club and they wanted to protect him, they would have sent their marketing media machine to protect him.
Right. Let's just say Mel Gibson had written a book called The Toy Collector. Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe people wouldn't have kind of been hearing about that, and maybe it wouldn't be brought up on national television, and have people out there crazy, right, bro?
Shout out to good old Tony and good old Lloyd, huh? Coming in the clutch. Just saying.
Oh my God. And Nessa said, yep, she couldn't get a fan base. I mean, she couldn't get a job because of her fan base. And if it wasn't for Christopher Nolan hiring her for Interstellar, she probably wouldn't be able to continue on in her career. That's facts. Shout out to Nolan, dog.
Nolan. First of all, who doesn't hire Anne Hathaway? She's a great actress. And might I add, she is
beautiful.
So, oh my God, that woman is good looking.
Facts. Hey.
There was even a part of that slander. They were even trying to say she wasn't good looking. I remember. Oh, she's ugly. This and that. I was like, since when I'm gonna be chill. Since when is a woman that looks that good in life naturally? Since when is that ugly? Anne Hathaway is nowhere near. She's not even average looking. Nothing about her is ugly or average. If I see an Anne Hathaway walk outside my window right now, I'm done. I'm out. I'm a type, be right back. And I'm gonna be gone for a while till I get that number. What? And that woman was vilified until Nolan came through in the clutch. I'll never forget that. I was like, wait. Since when is
I remember that
Hathaway
too.
unattractive?
Yeah.
What is going on with?
I remember that, bro.
and she's not even that good of an actress. I'm like, wait, what?
Crazy,
Anne
bro.
Hathaway? What?
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that because that was a great point.
For sure.
You know.
And if you follow politics, like when they use the Snyder Bros, that comes from what's his name, Bernie Sanders, when they called them the Bernie Bros, right? And the Democratic Party wanted to say, this side of the Democratic Party is homophobic and XYZ. It was the same thing, right? Just make this side nuclear, and nobody wants to agree with them.
Real quick, I was so glad that Nar brought that back up because that is something that is not often addressed about where that term Snyder Bros actually came from. It did actually come from the Bernie Bro thing. It was like the same. It was around the same time, bro. They just kind of transferred it right over into Snyder Bros.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. And what happens is, I think I actually said it on the spaces, but yeah, what happens is and this is what I've learned about when you're trying to demonize someone or something in public. What you do is you create a name, and then you start to create a personality for the person or the group, and then you start to you begin to destroy them on an attractive level. That's the thing I've learned from my own studies of behaviors, right? Not out of a book, but just paying attention to things that I've seen, based on my background and education, et cetera, and what I do, and blah, 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 but also coupling that with just my own observations, my anecdotal experiences, right? The thing that people in society don't realize is that they try to destroy the person based on their attractiveness too. That's an element as well, and it's a very powerful element. It's the same thing in politics. If you could tell someone all day that they have small hands and a certain skin tone, and then you've already given them a name, you've called them literally Hitler, and then you talk about their personality, and then you start talking about how small their hands are and their skin tone, and then on the other hand, you start talking about another guy and you call him something of a father figure, and then you start building their personality, and then you start talking about how attractive they are, right? You could do that with politicians, you could do that with actors, you could do that with anyone, you could do that with a vast group of people. How many times have people said about Snyder Bros name that they are people who live in a basement with their moms, that can't pull women, that can't,
fat,
that don't have money, they're
glasses,
fat, they're white, old white guys.
That's
personality, right? That's culture and personality. And then you say, yeah, and oh my God, who would want to get with a Snyder Bro? They're sexless. Then there comes a level of attraction, right?
That simple. That simple, bro. You said Snyder Group, Snyder Clowns. Yeah, it's always Snyder Bros, Snyder Cult, right?
I'll take it all. I'll be a Snyder Bro, a Snyder cultist. I've owned that. I say on several of my posts, I say I'm a fellow Snyder cultist. That's fine.
Yep. You said cultist checking in for duty. You know what I mean?
Fact.
But let's get back to it though.
So definitely don't listen to anybody coming into any space that's saying I'm an industry insider. That's a red flag already. You don't want to listen to anybody like that. But for the Snyder fandom going forward, or for movies going forward, understand, like I said, I've spoken to a lot of people. I'm not trying to say I'm an industry insider. I just had a lot of opportunities where I've gotten to speak with people, right? The one thing they always say, the hardest thing to do is to make a movie, right? I'm sure everybody's heard that. The hardest thing to ever do in Hollywood is to get a movie made. So many movies fall and they never get made, right? So for anybody to say that something, but they always say nothing is impossible, right? We've seen it happen. Michael Keaton come back for The Flash was an impossible task, right? So to say that something is impossible and people should stop asking for something because it doesn't align with what the studio wants right now is BS. To say, oh, if you support this project, then maybe down the line, some way, somehow, you will convince the studio to make a set of films that they don't need to make anymore because their universe is working, will somehow make sense. That doesn't even make any sense, right?
Bro, And that's also something that I want to highlight, because that is like, is that not exactly what the hell happened, bro?
That's what's been told to us from the beginning, way back before the Snyder Cut was even released.
Crazy.
And then after it got released and the studios toyed with us, they kicked that back into gear, and they specifically kicked it back into gear with release the Ayer cut. That's what stopped the whole Ayer cut movement.
Right. Yo, watch this. Darshan says, what are we exactly? Are we Snyder fans that love Snyder movies, or are we DC fans that love Snyder movies? The answer is yes.
Facts.
The answer to that question is yes. Yes, we are. Facts, bro. Nah, man, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
The answer is yes. Yep.
Bro, I'm getting so much better at this streaming shit. I love it, bro. I love it.
Funny. Hey, but you are though.
Hey,
funny part,
bro. Somebody said earlier, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Don't do it.
Let's yeah. Let's get back to it, bro. Let's get back to it.
For sure.
The studio's not looking to try and make more movies about a certain IP because they have a working universe. Do we see Marvel?
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to get into, bro. It's crazy how they had already tried that shit before, bro, with the Ayer cut. Right?
Yep.
They had already tried that shit. Oh yeah, just let a few wins. What did David Ayer say? Just let him get a few wins under his belt.
That's insane.
Right?
He's such a studio twerker. I swear. Crazy. I don't care. I'm gonna remain that guy who I hope people clip it and show it to him. And who's that Apex Leon guy? Who's he think he is talking about me? Yeah, motherfucker, you twerk way too hard for these studios. They don't care about you, bro. So it would behoove you. I'm gonna say this again for him. It would behoove you to go behind the scenes and get some people to be your quote unquote street team, to be out there for you.
And this is wait, and I just want to remind him, Leon, that this is coming from a fellow Navy veteran, right?
Facts.
So this ain't just coming from nobody, dog. You know what I mean?
Airman, United States Navy, post 9/11. Bro, for real, like, this is from one brother in arms, from a specific military, to him, to another, man. Come on. I mean him no harm. I'm talking like I would if I was face to face with his ass, like I used to do the people that were under me in the military. Grab him by their damn collar and be like, what's wrong with you? Get on the flight deck. Get your ass on the flight deck, David Ayer. Don't wait for them. Shit ain't never gonna come out. You waiting for Gunn. Gunn ain't gonna get his move. His universe might not even launch. How about that?
The fuck? This shit. He said, "Get your my favorite part is get your ass on the flight deck.
Your ass on the
Drive,
flight deck.
motherfucker."
Basically. What you sitting around for? We got a bird that just came back.
Oh my god!
Get on the flight deck. Go catch it.
Oh my god, bro!
What you doing, bro?
Oh my god, bro! This is hilarious, bro. But yeah, man, they tried this shit with the Ayer cut. Let James get a few wins under his belt. We years later,
bro.
Yeah, years later, dog.
First of all, because I don't want to take up too much time, right? But
that's in 2021, right?
Scott,
no. When that movie come out? Yeah, it was 2021, right?
Think about think of the phrase that he just that you just uttered that he said. You're quoting him, right? Let him get wins under his belt. He's the fucking head of DC Studios.
Wait, he wasn't back then. Wait a minute.
He said it. He said it during that time, bro. I distinctly remember that happening again during that time.
He definitely twerked twice.
Yes.
But my question is, was the wins under the belt Was that the second time?
I don't know. Why else would he say that phrase if not for him being in the seat of DC Studios? What wins would he need?
That's true. And maybe it was the second.
Let's speak. I'm gonna speak from two ends. Let Warner Brothers get wins under their belt. Would you be waiting on that? That's insane, right? So that's almost even worse than waiting on Gunn to get his wins. So let's speak from the perspective of the Gunn needing wins. He's the DC Studios head. Did he need wins to get in that seat?
Damn.
After losing the company $100 million?
Bro, he said, Ayer, if I plays nice with Gunn, I'll get my cut released. Gunn.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Wild, right?
Oh my God. He said, I always thought it was so weird that Snyder fans with a history of winning would fight for a movie. That makes no sense. Clearly, if we just stop and give up, that's how we'll get what we want.
Right. So we do the thing we didn't do. Crazy.
Right.
And they went along with it. And guess what we did? I'm going to say this one last thing about this point. Guess what the fuck ZSM did? On that day, we said, fuck that. We're going to do what we want to do.
Facts, bro.
And then everybody wanted to join in afterwards.
He said it would. Okay, so the first time it was, I'll be okay with what the studio wants. Okay.
Well, Nar has a great memory for this. Thank you, Nar.
Yeah,
So,
man.
it was around that time.
Yeah, so the second time is when the wins under the belt comment came. I was going to say, bro, if it was that first one, that'd have been him kind of giving up the ghost early. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But anyway, let's get back to it, though.
People went out their way to remove the Netflix universe and try to, like, restructure Daredevil to make it to ignore what happened in Netflix, right? Like to say that, oh, if we support Marvel, then they're gonna bring back the Netflix movie. No, the fans had to ask for that, right? They couldn't just support the movies and support everything on Disney Plus, and then somehow Daredevil was going to just magically be restructured back into the Netflix more grittier or whatever it is on Netflix, right? Like the fans have to be like, we don't want what's on Disney Plus. We want what was on Netflix. If you give us what's on Disney Plus, we're not going to watch it. Echo came out, nobody watched it. They go, maybe we should start listening to the fans, right? So anybody who's saying, oh, give James Gunn a try, and then maybe your Snyderverse will come back. That's total BS, right? It doesn't even make logical sense. It doesn't make sense on a business standpoint, right? The only way a fan base can get something that they want is if the studio puts out what the studio wants to put out, and it doesn't work. Then people start getting fired. You know,
Halo. Hey, guess what, guys? You know, I know it's a lot of PlayStation fans in here and a lot of fans of Naughty Dog.
PlayStation.
Right? I'm glad Neil Druckmann left the Last of Us show. You know what I mean? I think he got fired. They'll be here like, oh, yeah, he went back to gaming. He got fired, dog. He got fired, dog. You know what I mean?
Facts.
When people, and yep, he said, Frank C says, Nar's correct. Remember, Mikey said that Feige wanted to do a soft reboot with Daredevil. Absolutely. Right?
Rest in peace, Mikey Sutton. Hey, chat, good job remembering all these details. Nar, Frank C, Integrity, all y'all, man.
Yep. He said, remember, guys, the best way to compete is to never try anything to begin with. Right?
They'll just give it to you, guys.
Yeah. It's been rumored that they're doing a Halo show, but I don't think that they actually purchased the rights to the show, if I'm not mistaken. I know they got the rights for Gears of War.
Yeah.
But I think it's been this rumor that Nolan kind of wants to be involved somehow, which I'm all for. I'm all for that. Yeah,
it's crazy how
I'm with that.
you Halo fans, and I'm pointing at Sky, you Halo fans said, I ain't watching that damn show. And now we might have Nolan take over. Isn't that beautiful?
Right. Bro,
that's how this works, people.
Bro, not only that, bro. You know what's also key? They ended the show in a way where they were giving a nod that maybe season 3 is going to be like more what you guys want, right? They ended season 2 like that. My problem is you took all of season 2 fucking it up. So now I don't care anymore. I was not going to watch season 3 of that show no matter what. I was checked out, bro. I was checked out. So I'm like, yo, you can't give me 2 seasons of bullshit that I don't like as a Halo fan. And I'm a huge Halo fan. You can't give me 2 seasons of bullshit that I don't like to say, hey, maybe I will have fun with season 3. No.
Facts.
No, not at all.
That's
right?
actually a great analogy for everything we're talking about.
Yeah, bro.
Literally everything.
Because I was done. I was done, bro. I was done. Just like Last of Us, right? I watched season 1. Season 1 had, I mean, it had a couple things that I didn't really fuck with, but at the same time, it was a good to above average season throughout most of the show. But I already knew where the story was going. I already knew this shit was going to fall off a cliff. And so I didn't watch season 2 at all. Right? I checked out because I already knew. And then season 2 comes, it tanks, viewership falls off a cliff, just like I knew it was because of the story, the Neil Druckmann story. And then, yeah, Neil fucking Druckmann's gone, but I'm not going back to watch that show at all.
Hell no.
Right?
Why would you?
Exactly. Why? Like,
there needs to be a show of good faith, and that's the thing that these people are. I think what the entertainment industry tries to do is, and I don't want to get all theory on people. I'm starting to refuse to say that first word because it's not even a conspiracy; it's freaking theories, right? I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole, but let's just say I think the entertainment industry loves to try to play and manipulate with human behaviors, and human behaviors. It's a quid pro quo, man. You can't go out here doing whatever you want and expecting people to like it, and then when they don't, you then expect them to circle back around and still follow you. That's not how it works. You have to do a show of good faith after that. Like, look, I almost led you off a cliff. My bad. Let's go this way. Everybody look at you like, hey, bro, no. You got that same outfit on, them same shoes. You going in this? You the same dude. Why am I following you now? We're gonna go this way. You have to demonstrate vehemently. I messed up. I have a better plan. Well, let me see you execute that plan first, because I'm not following you until I see you do it first and see that we're not going off a cliff. You survive, and it's all paradise. We'll follow.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yeah, man. That Last of Us 2 thing is a great example, bro. Because I'm like, dude, the first game was super dope. Neil Druckmann, that guy went super fucking in some other direction with the fucking second game. And it's like, that's the story that you're basing it off of. And you guys are propping him up. It's like, I already know where this goes. Right? So, like, why even get super invested if it's me? Right? Even if I love the first game, why get super invested in the show when I know that I'm probably not gonna watch season 2?
Facts.
Right? And with Halo, yeah, bro, we've been waiting for so long for some Halo to come, and that shit was downright disgraceful, bro. Crazy.
Hey, I'm
Turned
watching
it into something else.
I'm watching Metal Gear and Mass Effect with a microscope. And I'm not liking what I'm hearing about anything live action Mass Effect.
He said, I saw someone claim Superman not having trunks is the same as Chief removing his helmet. Cool. So we're saying that Zack Snyder's Man of Steel was that fucking offensive to the Superman mythos. Is that what we're saying?
That's insane.
That's fucking insane, bro.
So that means DC did it first. They were egregious to the character. So DC are the culprits because in 2011, when they started the New 52,
Superman didn't have no trunks.
Ain't nobody had trunks. Everybody got rid of their trunks. Literally. They were trying to create a movie-like atmosphere with the New 52. That was literally the mandate. It was supposed to be more cinematic. And this was before they had a cinematic universe.
Yep. Man, it still came out in 2013, guys.
Facts.
But no, I'm sure it was Zack Snyder's idea for them to take all of the trunks out of all of the comic book characters, bro.
Right.
Right. That was his idea, bro.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Right. Oh my God, bro.
And largely, they haven't come back since. The only two characters I think that really are rocking trunks again are Batman and Superman for some stupid ass reason.
Yep. Yep. Cool, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what Zaslav talking about, bro. That's the thing. These people have to say things publicly. When are you gonna come out and say, "Oh my God, the movie is a flop"?
That's crazy,
right?
David Zaslav. David Zaslav said a lot. He also said he was gonna basically restore the Snyderverse.
He also said that he was gonna repair their fucking relationship with directors, starting with Christopher Nolan. And is Christopher Nolan back at Warner Brothers, Leon?
Let me check. No.
Is Christopher McQuarrie working back over at Warner Brothers?
Not at all. Christopher McQuarrie was so mad. He was talking about that shit on X.
He said, I ain't going back.
He said that they called me back today, I wouldn't go back.
I wouldn't go back.
And said that they wanted to go forward with his Superman. He literally said, if they said, I want to go forward with your Superman right now, he said, I would not come back.
I would not come back.
Damn. I don't know what happened in those meetings, but they pissed that man off.
Pissed him off, bro.
He also said,
pissed him off.
I don't know what's going on over there at DC, but good luck. And this is way before.
He said,
oh my God, it's not way before Gunn. Because remember, he was in the hiring process during that time.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
He said, breaking news. We've investigated ourselves and found we did nothing wrong. Also, bye. These motherfuckers trying to sell a company. You know what I'm saying?
Lordy.
He said, I personally do not like Clark portrayed as a dork. He's supposed to be mild-mannered. Nah, but it's cool, right?
He wasn't just a dork. He was cucked. He was a beta. He got kicked in the balls in his first movie with him.
Bruh, you see him bruised, bloody, bro, wheezing.
Kicked in the balls, bro.
Kicked in the balls, called a bitch.
They kicked his man in the balls.
Said he had a harem.
As much as they was making out in that movie, I don't think that they ever have sex in their life. Because I think they argue about stuff and then he walks out. That's the impression that I'm left with. He gets to second base, right? Can never go home.
And then he needs affirmation messages, bro. He knows to play.
You can do it, Clark. You can do
and
it.
then he lays back and he just watches these things, bro.
You can get it up. I mean, you can look up.
Bro, your fucking parents are a quick flight away. let me play messages from my parents that are a quick flight away. Fucking weird, bro. Ugh. Said I see no repaired relationships. I see more damaged relationships instead, right? DC all the way said Superman is one of my two favorite characters of all time. My whole life I've been wanting them to remove the underwear, right?
Same. What's your first favorite DC all the way? Is it Batman? Of course, it's Batman.
He said he had a safe space. His fortress was a safe space.
Facts. Oh man, he's the most vulnerable character I've ever seen in a superhero movie. Damn near. That's a leading person, and also at the same time supposed to be the most invulnerable. Ain't that some shit?
Crazy, bro. But nah.
Let's tap back in.
Yeah. Let's keep this going. Word.
Pink slips start getting sent out. Red notices start getting sent out.
Oh wait,
the only way a fan base can get something that they want is if the studio puts out what the studio wants to put out, and it doesn't work. Then people start getting fired. You know, pink slips start getting sent out. Red notices start getting sent out to certain people, and then people start getting scared. And nobody wants to be fired from their job in Hollywood because it's very difficult to just find a new one, right? We don't know what Walter Hamada is doing right now. I'm sure he's probably doing pretty well.
Hey, we don't
know what Walter Hamada doing right now. Hey, that's real,
bro. Hashtag where is Walter Hamada?
Put out an APB on the guy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, facts, bro. That's such a good point. Well, let's get back to it.
Point.
But he ain't the head of DC Studios or whatever he was at the time.
That's a great point, yo.
So if people do not want to get fired, especially right now, Warner Brothers shifting over into maybe being sold or being acquired by another company, they're all scared of their jobs. This is the same situation with AT&T. I've been watching the situation. I've been paying attention to this. I don't really speak on it on my Twitter or whatever, but I watch it. I pay attention to it. And this is the same situation. They put out Justice League because they were afraid of their jobs being lost. And when stuff like that is happening, understand that like you guys have the power. Everybody has the power. The fans have the power, right? Unfortunately, if Superman fails, then the power grows, right? But just because if Superman doesn't fail doesn't mean the power goes away, right? That's what they want you to believe. But
right? So that's what I've been saying, bro. You think I give a fuck what this movie makes, dog? Like, y'all be coming in here acting like I'm so personally invested in whether or not this movie makes money. Right? I don't think it is. Right?
Right. Because
I have an opinion. Right? But if it makes $1 billion, 1.2 billion, if this motherfucker becomes the most successful movie of all time, bro, if it makes more than fucking Avatar, you think I give a shit?
Facts. You already said it in an article.
I already said it.
You got interviewed and you had already said that very thing. No matter what.
No matter what, bro.
Yeah.
That's win or lose, sink or swim.
Yep. Facts.
Go hard or go home. Whatever happens, just attribute it to them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, bro. But look, I wanted to kind of stop here because Nar about to introduce a new term Nar has already introduced a new term into my lexicon, Leon. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Same.
Right? For sure. Hey, man, they should have never let me find out this word, Leon. They should have never let me find out this word, dog. Because now?
Yeah, bro.
Bruh, we were nefarious before. What are we going to do? What are we going to be now, bro? I feel even more nefarious. What's worse than nefarious? Let me actually Google that.
What's worse than nefarious? Facts, right?
Right.
Need to know this.
Diabolical, heinous, monstrous, abhorrent, bro.
Abhorrent, yeah, all that. I want to be diabolical. There you go.
Diabolical,
yeah.
Bro.
Diabolical.
Facts, bro. Yeah. Bro, I actually like heinous too, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of partial to heinous. You know? Heinous acts, bro.
Oh,
This is
man.
crazy. I'm telling you, man. Cause with this word, Nar, you gave us the power, bro. I don't think you even understand. I was in the back like that we bay meme, bro. I was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm just like, yo, I can't believe this motherfucker just said that. I was like, oh, what? I had no idea what that was, but now I do, and it's over. But let's get back to it, bro.
Superman isn't supposed to just set up a Superman sequel and then a trilogy and then be done. It's supposed to set up a cinematic universe, right? And if Superman somehow gets the 500, that's also BS, right? But gets the $500 million that James Gunn puts out there to save himself, then Supergirl has to perform as well too. And the next movie has to perform as well, right? We've seen Sony put out a bunch of movies that did not perform well and they kept going. And then they just said, okay, we can't do this anymore.
Bow. Right? They just tapped out.
Yep.
They just tapped out and said, yeah, we about to get these movies back to Marvel. You know what I mean? Because, like, they were in a position where they kind of were stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Right? He said, what word did I say? Hey, you're about to say it real soon, and I'll stop it. I promise, right? But yeah, bro, it's like, wait, what was they even talking about? Hold on, because
there to save himself. Then
so let's frame that. Oh, Sony and the Spider-Man thing, right? They were in between a rock and a hard place where they couldn't use Spider-Man, but if they stop making movies, then they lose the license. Right? So it's like, all right, we got to keep making movies, but we can't use Spider-Man. So now it's becoming dumb for us to even keep making movies because all these movies keep bombing. So why don't we just go ahead and sell the fucking rights back? Right?
Right.
What good are these rights if we can't release a film?
If it's ruining the brand, like your name is attached to this.
Yep. And it's literally just losing you money.
Yep, losing money. Absolutely.
Right. But oh yeah, let's oh snap. We got the homie Austin with the $10 super chat saying, okay, Google, what's a word or phrase is worse than the motherfucking most gangster pushers and movers on the internet and on the streets? Bro, my Google actually tried to say something. It's like Google is Zack Snyder's self. Hey, much love to the homie Austin, bro. And with that, I'll play this special drop, and we'll be back in 1 second.
Hey, Zero.
The dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
What's going on, bro? Anyway, let's get back. But yeah, bro, I think that fucking Sony thing is a prime example, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Let's get back to Naruto.
For sure.
Supergirl has to perform as well too. And the next movie has to perform as well, right? We've seen Sony put out a bunch of movies that did not perform well and they kept going. And then they just said, okay, we can't do this anymore. Right? And it's because people don't want to lose their jobs. They're going to be.
Hold on. Watch this, right? This guy comes in saying F Netflix, then says why low quality Netflix. And Netflix is so cheap, don't need ZSJL near there. But that shit's on fucking HBO Max. Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here, bro! Get out of here! The fuck?
We ain't even got to get to Rebel Moon. Scott just hit the nail on the head right there. Say it again for the chat.
And don't be coming in here using all caps or I'm blocking y'all, bro.
Facts.
Damn. Sorry. Anyway, back to Nar, bro. Fucking HBO Max. Motherfucker come in here, hey, we gotta protect the theatrical experience. They didn't give a shit when it came to the Snyder cut. Bro, I was talking about that shit the other day. Bro, we literally can't even, okay, you're out. I told you to stop talking in all caps. Bro, we literally, bro. You know what I mean?
Fact. Get his ass up out of here.
Bro, we literally
playing, bro.
I'm like, bro, hey, don't be coming in here talking in all caps.
Yeah.
Like facts. Anyway,
you said you were talking about it the other day.
Yeah, I was talking about it the other day, how all these people be trying to say, like, yo, or how dude came in here, we gotta protect the theatrical experience. Bruh, if I wanted to rent a theater to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, I cannot do that shit.
I knew you was gonna. Yep.
I cannot do that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They literally have stopped people, everybody, from being able to rent out a theater, and literally is trying to tell the same fan base that we gotta protect the theatrical experience by fucking supporting this bullshit ass studio. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good. They should have protected the theatrical experience by actually letting Zach release his movie in the first place. So
facts.
I'm good.
Protect that.
Right.
Damn, bro.
The theatrical experience.
Fucking HBO Max. Y'all
These narratives don't never make sense. They don't ever ever line up with historical behaviors. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, bro, they gonna come in here. Oh my god, why Netflix is cheap. Oh, but HBO Max is better.
But that's been their whole argument, whether it's been people that are supposed fans within the fandom arguing for a restoration with Warner Brothers, or people with bad faith arguments that aren't fans coming in. That's the whole argument. Netflix cheap. Hey, well, guess what? You don't have shit right now except for the DCEU Snyderverse that you have in your living room if you're lucky enough to have it, right? The only other thing you got is that shit on HBO Max. Warner Brothers clearly aren't doing shit with Zach. Clearly. We don't know what the fuck going on with that 300 situation. They could or couldn't still be working on that.
Yep.
At this point, bro, all we got is the best idea going. Zach is at Netflix. He has a big deal with Netflix, and he's continuing to work with Netflix. So why not Netflix? Talking about it's cheap. Cool.
Crazy, bro.
It's better than what you got right now, which is nothing. No sequels.
Yep. And that's kind of my answer for this question too, because Triton says I have a question regarding sale. Does it include 4K Blu-ray releases? I like my physical media. Plus, Snyder Films have always been huge on physical media. So more money for Netflix, bruh. I am a 4K Blu-ray advocate as well. I got a hell of Blu-rays. You know what I'm saying? But look, I think all this shit is gonna be on the table. Firstly, let me just say that I think there will be a limited fucking theatrical run. I think all of these things, but at the end of the day, you know, all we really got is these fucking movies on that streaming service show, and they blocked us from being able to see this shit in theater. So whatever we able to get, bro, I'm just happy. As long as it's by Snyder and that shit is done in live action to the level that it's supposed to be done, I'm cool. However they choose to release it, you know what I mean? Do I want a 4K? Absolutely. You know, but I ain't putting nothing like that in no manifesto, because it's better for us to just, you know, rock out and get what we can get. Ask for the fucking moon and the stars in the universe and just be cool with what we get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And thank you for asking the question, because it allows us to pontificate.
I was just about to say pontificate. Yeah, man. Like, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. hearing questions like that piss me off. Not from him, but just it makes me think of Twitter, because we've heard all these different ransom notes and questions where people that have been hating on us trying to figure out a way and a reason to not support. Oh, it's not gonna do this. It's not gonna be here. It's not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be able to buy it at Best Buy or whatever. And it's like, come on, man. Right now, you can't buy shit because there is no continuation
Bruh,
of the DCEU right
y'all
now.
remember when they had us ordering fucking Blu-rays from Europe, bro?
Facts.
Because they didn't even want to put the fucking movie out over here, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like all these things have happened, and you literally be having people trying to come in the chat and cape for these motherfuckers. They made us order that shit from Europe, dog.
Facts.
He said Minecraft made more than Superman. Fucking video game movie. Right? Yeah, but it's still fuck Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi. Crazy. I'm so glad they unfollowed that dude. Could be trouble brewing, Leon. All right.
I hope so.
Let's go ahead and get back to Naruto.
Be like, yo, well, we can make the next one better, right? So understand that Venom making money did not save the Sony Spider-Man less universe. It just prolonged it longer than it should have went on. So, like I said, I'm not an industry insider. I just had a lot of opportunities where I was able to speak with people. I had a situation with Michael B. Jordan, and got flown out to LA and all those other things, and I met with his people, and I got contact information. I sat down, I spoke to people. Just understand that nothing is impossible, nothing at all, right? Sometimes it may look like that, sometimes it may take a little bit longer, but the one thing they have never seen is a consistent fan base asking for one thing and not letting up. And when you see online people getting worried, or like with the Ayer cut, that whole Ayer cut situation, the problem with the Ayer cut situation is that David Ayer pushed back on it. And then his fan base fell apart after that in terms of pushing for the Ayer cut.
I know Leon love hearing that part.
Love it. Because it's the damn truth.
I know Leon love that part, bro. Leon love talking about that
you
shit,
you remember when everybody was pussyfooting around that shit, right?
Yeah, bro.
And I ripped a band-aid off. I was going in. Because everybody, it's David Ayer. I don't want to offend him. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, what stream is Necron? But go ahead, Leon.
No, I was saying I don't care. I don't give a damn. I still don't. Because that's what they need to hear, man. That's what they need to hear. And if it goes for Zach too, if Zach was out here slipping, we come correct with him too.
Bro, he just said
he just don't be out here slipping.
Zaslav reported to be happy with the numbers for Gunn, man. Reported by Deadline.
But what does that mean?
No. I was gonna say he also said that they was gonna repair director relationships with Christopher Nolan.
Right.
And all these people, and it seems to have gotten worse. So is David Zaslav a reliable source for information?
Doesn't appear to be.
I would say no. You know what I mean?
Appear to be.
Christopher Nolan is not back at Warner Brothers. Matter of fact, they gave that motherfucker a check.
They sure did.
And tried to say, yo, come back. He said, look, we're gonna pay you for Tenet. Right? We're gonna give you a check for Tenet, make that whole fucking situation cool, right? And then and maybe you'll come back. He was like, oh, I don't like to take the money, but hell no. Right? I'll take the money, but hell no.
Facts.
Hold on. I'll be right back, Leon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what happened too. Let me check. Let me tap in with the chat real quick. Let's see what y'all talking about. Paulo said Hamada still promising Zachary Levi Shazam 3. That's funny. That's hilarious. Let me see. Oh, hey, Necron, did you ever answer that question, bro? About what stream you was talking about? Little Movie Perp says he wanted to repair his relationship. Nolan didn't want to go back. Zaza being happy with numbers is different from him trying to get Nolan back and failing. No, do you not understand with your little straw man argument what we're trying to say? We're basically trying to say Zaslav can say whatever the fuck. It doesn't mean that it's true. That's what we're trying to say. It's very simple. That's the whole point of a lot of this conversation that we're having. I know you don't. I'm telling you. So just listen, and then whether you believe me or not is irrelevant, but just listen to the information that's coming out of my mouth. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now you understand. Yeah, man, look. It's very simple, bro. Executives say whatever. Do you think, what is Zaslav supposed to say? Is he supposed to come out and say, oh my God, the actuality is this movie is at best a disappointment so far? Is he supposed to say that? Is he supposed to say, yeah, this is a big disappointment so far. We hope to get over the hump of it being a disappointment and it being an actual success? Little Movie Perp, let's stick to this conversation. You don't have to goalpost and straw man. I don't do that. I'm hip to that. I don't go all over the place. I'm focused on one thing. We're talking about a specific topic, you and I, right now. And the topic is executives say bullshit. In this particular case, he's out here championing the idea that Superman is doing well. Or he said it. What did you say that he said? Let me scroll back up here. He's happy with the numbers, which doesn't mean shit, to be honest. What does that even mean? So Little Movie Perp doesn't know how to follow directions? Okay. I get it. Anyway, what does that even...
He's just a content creator that's going to go clip this later. So let's not... Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that guy, content creator.
Yeah,
oh my God. Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Gotcha.
Cool. He's happy with it. Sure. He's happy with his fucking movie making $95 million internationally.
You're in the industry.
Yep, cool. Hey, and obviously he ain't been listening to this motherfucking space
at all, bro.
Or the one from the other day when we cooked somebody else that was a industry insider. You know what I'm saying? Who literally got caught
in the industry.
Who literally got exposed as lying on my goddamn space. We literally caught him lying.
It's almost like somebody gets it.
We literally caught him lying.
Facts.
Hey, I didn't say it couldn't happen. Roll the tape. Yes, you did, bro.
Facts. Like, bro. Oh shit. I didn't even realize he had dipped out. But he has to say that he's happy.
Roll it. Yeah.
He has to say that he's happy, man.
Yeah, man. I'm disappointed, guys, with the opening for the weekend of our new movie that we just launched, that we spent $250 million on marketing, and that is supposed to launch the future of our fucking DC universe, and also that these other people, you know what? Okay, hold up.
Whoa.
No. Wait.
Is Joker 2 supposed to launch an entire fucking universe?
I was
take it from here, Sky.
And on top of that, what I also don't want to hear is, because we've been catching these motherfuckers lying.
Facts.
Right? So, hey, I don't give a fuck what Zazzle said. I don't give a fuck what any of these people are saying about this movie, bro. We've literally caught people lying. They are lying about what's in and not in the movie.
Done, Sky.
And also, they've been lying about this shit making more than Man of Steel.
Exactly.
So, lies. Go ahead,
chat.
bro.
My question to you, Sky, do you remember what executives say when a movie is an actual success? Chat, do you remember what executives say when a movie is an actual success?
A global phenomenon, maybe.
That and they're just gleefully happy. They start talking about the numbers. They start talking about, they don't just say, oh, I'm happy with the numbers. That sounds pretty tame. I'm happy with the numbers. No, they go crazy. They go, you can have a whole paragraph of quotes about how an executive is excited about the new movie that just came out that's supposed to launch a universe. You still talking about Joker 2? Who gives a shit about Joker 2?
Right? And we called him fucking lying. So
you got
like
1 point, perp, and we got several points where we're telling you Zaz that fucking lied. Say one more thing and I'll boot you out my fucking self. You're pissing me off now. This is stupid.
It's like, bro,
stupid.
It's like, bro, we
how
keep
many points?
Motherfuckers lying, bro.
Gave like 50 fucking examples of executives, even him specifically lying, David Zaslav. And all you got is one example of him twerking for Joker 2 and saying, or twerking against Joker 2 and saying, I didn't like it. So you're stuck on that one fucking point. That's called a straw man, you dick. Shut up.
Bro,
that's so fucking dumb.
This is funny, bro. Hey, man, willfully obtuse, bro.
Fucking
Nar says these articles were there to go when the movie breaks 100 million. It's like Super Bowl jerseys. They make both teams and the loser ones are sent overseas.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. How do people think at the end of the NBA finals, they already have a package prepared, video, they have DVDs prepared, they have all types of specials prepared for each team if they win?
He said, doesn't that mean that he's gonna keep Gunn? The motherfucking company about to get sold, bro. He already got fucking demoted.
No.
He already got demoted.
That's another straw man argument. What the fuck does that have to do with anything we're talking about right now? Who cares?
Bro, that's that content creator shit.
That's that content shit.
Facts, bro. Twerking.
Go get content from somebody else, dog.
Nah, hey, I can already feel it. He's like tearing on getting booted out because it's
Facts,
just like,
bro. This is
I already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he works in the industry.
The fuck,
what
bro?
industry do you work for? Because blockbusters don't exist.
Hey, nah, bro.
And if you ain't saying 1099, here's your receipt, I don't know what you're talking about.
I work in the industry, bro. Bro, we already covered that I work in the industry shit
bullshit.
On the fucking beginning of the
shit.
Not
bad day.
Not yet.
He's mildly entertaining.
Right.
You're in the DJ. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't care. That's the problem. We don't give a fuck what part of the industry you're on. It's like you don't get context clues. He sounds slow to me. Like that's some slow level shit. Like if you've been on the internet long enough, I know he's doing this shit on purpose, but I'm gonna treat him like he's an idiot. Because he's acting like one. Oh, I work for the DGA. Motherfucker, do you not understand? I don't care. We don't give a fuck. You can hear the tone of my voice, yet you're answering, pretending to be sincere. Shut up, bro. Working in the industry, but you hanging out in a chat that doesn't like you. That doesn't make any sense. Using straw man arguments.
They have to, bro. They have to, bro. They have no choice, dog. They have no choice, bro.
But now y'all see why we act like this. Y'all, I remember some people in the chat, even the homies, used to be like, hey man, y'all chill, be cool, be nice, and fuck all that.
This shit has been years of like the same thing.
I'm not gonna be nice to fake.
Hey, let's get back to Nar though, because Nar was facts, bro. Facts, bro.
You can't push for an Ayer cut if the person in charge is like, well, let's wait and see. Right? And don't be surprised if James Gunn does sort of quote unquote release the Ayer cut to try to show that, like, oh yeah, see, he played ball and he got what he wanted.
Way, Leon. Way, Leon. So don't tell me, right? that just came right after old boy tried to tempt us with the Ayer cut, bro. That didn't just happen, right? That didn't just happen, right, bro?
Crazy. Yep.
That's right after he tried to tempt us with the Ayer cut, bro. He said, look, I know what y'all really want, and I've seen it.
Which was such a stupid line on many levels. But one level I don't think we talked about was this. Because we talked about on a level of knowing someone who has seen it, interviewing someone who has seen it, right? Still being able to get in contact with that person who's shown ample evidence, right? But we talked about it from that perspective. The perspective, I'm gonna say personally me, because I know my shit could be controversial. The part that we didn't talk about is because he said, I got what you want. I don't give a fuck about the Ayer cut. Who says I wanted that? We're not asking for that.
Hold on. Wait, real quick, Leon. I think it's hilarious that this motherfucker Leon was the most offended at that part of it. He said, bro, you think I?
Who the fuck said I want that?
Bro, Leon has been one of the most, bro, consistently like, yo, I don't give a fuck about this shit.
bro,
I be having to pull him back. Bro, I be having to pull him back, bro, when it comes to the Ayer cut. So
I don't give a fuck because he lost me, bro. When he went out there and was like, I'm gonna twerk for Gunn and let him get some wins. Fuck the Ayer cut. You can quote me on that.
Damn.
Apex Leon of the New Geeks. I'm not even putting this on Sky or the rest of the Syndicate Network. I'm putting it on me. Fuck the Ayer cut as far as I'm concerned. Until David Ayer get his ass out there and fixes that. He has to fix that. That's some shit he has to fix. He has to correct that. And until he does, for me, it's fuck the Ayer cut. So don't come dangling that shit over my head like I'm a baby and those are keys or a fucking horse and that's a carrot. Fuck out of here. Who says I wanted that? I want Zack Snyder to get
Thank you, bro.
The Snyderverse, bro.
Bro, crazy, bro.
That's what I wanted. Tell me, I've seen what you want, bitch ass mother. What? I'm good with the studio cut. I'm so serious. I watch that shit when it's on TNT. I don't give a fuck. I own it.
He said, bro.
It be on my mantle next to the rest of Zach's DCEU. You feel me? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, bro. Bro, that's just look, man. And you can't even be like, this is the part of the conversation where I have to be like, but Leon, the movie's dope. Right? Because it's like I can't even combat what he's saying, bro.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I have to just go. I'll be like, damn, bro, but that shit did sound pretty dope.
And I know some of the homies are like, oh man, dang, Leon, don't be like that. I don't even want to name them because they're close homies with us too.
Facts,
that are very passionate about the Ayer cut.
Facts,
I don't give a fuck. This isn't personal. It's not even personal towards Ayer. I don't dislike the guy. I don't even know the guy. I just dislike what he stands for. He stands for defeatedness. He stands for weakness. He stands for going along to get along. That's bullshit.
I'm like, bro, this is coming from another Navy veteran too, man. Like,
facts, bro.
He said, get your ass on that flight deck.
Get your ass on that flight deck. We got a bird to catch. The bird just came in, bro. He must have been a submariner. That's what it was. He was in the submarine. You know what they say about that, right? 100 men go in and never mind.
Anyway, what, bro? Oh my, bro.
Anyway.
Damn, man.
Anyway, 100 men go under, and anyway, yeah, he was a submariner. That's what it was. He wasn't no airman. He wasn't on that flight deck catching no birds. Nah, that wasn't him. That wasn't him.
This is tough, bro.
That wasn't him.
This is tough, bro.
Nah,
this is tough for me. Hey, because it's like, y'all know, man. Bro, I want to see the movie. You know what I mean?
Sure, I get it.
I do. I want to see the movie.
Yeah.
But honestly, like when Leon gets into this mode, I have to just kind of readdress it later. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just be like, I'm all right. I'm just let this one go, and then later I'll be like, hey, bro, that
I'm
movie
just
was
saying,
super dope,
if your
bro.
leader's
you know what
weak,
I'm saying? Like,
how strong can the team be?
that's bro. What the fuck?
Just saying.
You know, I know.
You feel me? Damn. My dog's a combat veteran above me. My dog Skywalker. That brother know about some combat. You heard? Shit'll scare you if you heard about shit he's seen and done and can do.
Wild, bro. That's wild, bro. He said, "Look, that I'm feeling a little hurt right now. Let's get back to the video."
I hope it stung. My bad if it stung. My bad if it stung. That motherfucker talking about you. I've seen what you want, bitch. You ain't seen shit.
He did say that, bro. He did absolutely say,
I don't want that. I don't want it. So now what? What you got?
He just fucking assumed that we were gonna be like.
So if David Ayer were to hear everything I'm saying, you could clip it and send it to him. I hope you do. Apex Leon of the New Geek said it. If he hears this, also clip the part where I said, grow a pair, get out there,
and get your ass on that flight.
Get your ass on that flight deck and get what you want.
Yeah, bro. Hey, let's go ahead and hit this drop because they did hit 50 likes, Leon.
There you go.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Hey, Nerd Shit said, what do you know about the Metal Gear movie, Leon?
Quite a bit, actually. We're gonna talk about that now, or maybe at the end.
We'll cover that at the end.
Right.
Yeah, because that's like a.
Want gold star that or something? So
I didn't know what. As soon as
my fault.
No, all good. As we get to the end, we'll kind of revisit that in the end.
I know a lot about that, and the
I didn't know that you knew a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. That and I was one of the first people that told everybody that they were making a remake of Metal Gear, and everybody thought I was tripping.
Okay,
and I was like, oh no, you lying, woo. I was like, or telling me that's a bad idea. I was like, all right.
Hey, Bad Dan says Ayer had respect when he trended on Creature Commandos Day, but lost it when he went back on it. Yeah, bro. Oh my god,
same day, bro. What was cool, David Ayer had me back, bro, when he was the first one to send a picture out. He sent a picture out because he heard about the trend, right? So,
I'm done, bro. I'm just going on mute, bro.
Chat, don't y'all remember ZSSM, the Syndicate Network, and Zack Snyder Self Movement said, after scamming and the rest of those goofballs said, oh, we're not gonna trend that day. That one goofball that used to be a journalist who dresses up as Batman on occasion. I ain't gonna say his name, he lame. But they was out there talking about let's not do it. The Syndicate Network and Zack Snyder Self Movement, us over here, said, fuck that, we're gonna trend anyway during Creature Commandos. When David Ayer saw that, because he obviously fucking did, at like 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, he posted a fucking picture of Suicide Squad in the wee hours of the morning to kick some shit off. Never before seen picture. I was like, oh my God, David, what? I'm like, bro, foot in mouth, eating crow. David Ayer, my bad. You back on your shit, brother. Lo and behold, he backs out of it again. After he kickstarted it. Before we were kickstarting it, because we had already announced we were going to kickstart it. We put a battery in his back, he put a battery in our back, and he took the battery out of himself. Crazy. How do you expect me to follow someone like that or give a shit about that movie? Where he's at, best thing about Metal Gear movie right now is Oscar Isaac not playing Snake. Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You said Ayer dropped the ball. Ayer cut gonna have to ride the ZS wave, bro. Facts, bro. Crazy, but yeah, man, I ain't even want to be on camera for that part, bro. Because, bro, damn, I utterly forgot about that day.
Yep.
And Leon was hyped. Didn't we find out he apologized like on stream, bro? If I'm not mistaken,
bro. Damn, he apologized for hyping everybody
I
up.
think I remember us finding out that he apologized on stream, if I'm not mistaken. Damn. Let's get back to Nar, bro. Damn.
Right? Like, don't be surprised if that happens. But I don't see it happening. But don't be surprised if the whispers started coming out, right? That his universe is failing. But hey, look, I got the numbers on the board, so let me push out the Ayer cut somehow, and he throws it on HBO Max or whatever it is, and try to get it out there to try to curry favor with some of the Ayer cut fans or some of the Snyder fans who are on the fence, right? Unfortunately, like I said, his contract is about to be up. He's afraid of getting fired. Even if this movie critics score whatever, that doesn't help him as a CEO. That helps you as a director for hire.
Thank you. And I wish people would stop fucking coming in here talking about that shit.
What? Say it again. What was it?
About how this movie making $500 million, it helps James Gunn as a director, but not as a CEO. Facts, bro.
That is such a fire point to highlight.
I only got to get 500 million.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I can work again.
But as the head of a studio, yeah, it should be fair. They should play fair and get him up out of there, correct? If Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca have been put under such scrutiny, correct? And they're sitting on movies that made $1 billion to near $1 billion.
I'll be right back.
Right? With Barbie and Minecraft. That's under their watch. They've had a bunch of hits, actually. DC side of things have not. Let me see. Do good critic reviews pay the shareholders? No. Neither does word of mouth, right? If Rotten Tomatoes, if a fresh score paid the shareholders, then yeah, I would understand, going crazy to make sure that shit's fresh, right? That's a good question. I like that. Margot Robbie took David Ayer's cojones. Oh my gosh. I don't see why they wouldn't try. They keep lowering that box office number because they know what's about to happen. Yeah. It's funny. They keep lowering every expectation, and they keep lowering the budget of everything. They're trying to lower everything. They're trying to lower expectations because they know what's coming, which is nothing. If this movie doesn't do enough during how many weeks in between now and when does Fantastic Four come?
The week after.
Oh wait, next week?
No, next week is Smurfs, and then Fantastic Four is after that.
Okay, so this week is still just Superman.
It's Smurfs.
Oh, this week is Smurfs. My fault.
Yeah, next week is Smurfs, and then it's Fantastic Four after that. So I think this movie got about a week and a half, bro, max. It'll make money because I think when Smurfs come out, it's a wrap.
Let me see something real quick, chat. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so 25th. And then Smurfs is Smurfs is the 18. Damn, bro. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it's ugly, man. If this movie doesn't get enough good word of mouth, it's not gonna carry any legs. And even if it does, it's too much shit coming out, man. Because people are gonna go see that Smurfs movie. I know clients right now and families right now who are they're ready to take their kids to go see that Smurfs movie. We say a bunch of executives and board members have already unfollowed Gunn and Safran. That's a bad sign. Abdi and DeLuca unfollowed Gunn and Safran. Damn. Hey, Sin Havoc. Who were the others, if you don't mind? I don't know if you know the other people who unfollowed. You put in the chat if anything. I remember a while back, I saw someone post about how Zach and Deb wasn't supporting David Ayer because he betrayed them. He was trying to stay in the board. Oh, okay. That gets a star because I'm going to look into that. What? Why the hell am I just not finding this out? Dang.
It's getting ugly.
Ugly.
In here. Up in here. Up in here.
Damn.
I ain't choose rapping. Rapping chose
me. Wow.
Facts,
This is
bro.
insane, bro.
But
apparently Safran's contract is up this year too.
Yep.
Hey Nessa, do me a favor. Can you personally DM myself and Sky this information? Like, even if it's just like hearsay, as you put it, right? As you're kind of alluding to. Because I want to look into that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let's get. He said, "Ayer is that homie that goes after your ex." Damn, bro.
Yikes.
Damn. Look, bro. Damn. Look, man. Let's chill.
Y'all jumping David Ayer, man. That's
let's
crazy,
get back to,
bro. Hey,
bro.
act like I'm innocent. Damn, bro, that's crazy.
It's like that Kendrick and Drake shit. It's like, wait a minute. You don't like Drake? You don't like Drake? You don't like... I'm like, God damn. Like, where everybody coming from out of nowhere that just got a Drake story?
And this is coming from people who don't like Drake on the stream.
Facts. I was like, damn, all y'all rappers don't like this motherfucker? Like, damn, I didn't know it was all y'all.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's go ahead and get back to Nar, man.
Right? And
right. Oh yeah, because that word about to come up, y'all. Still, I know that we've been kind of on here just hobnobbing, you know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
And chilling, you know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this because Nar is definitely still about to say that word. It's gonna come up. That term, right? Triton says, I think I might be the only one here who still supports Ayer and Ayer cut. No,
you're not.
You're actually not.
There's a few, quite a bit of people in this chat that do.
Quite a bit. Yo, don't let bruh. I still want the Ayer cut, bro.
I said it was just me. I didn't say, hey man, I speak for everybody. No, I speak for me.
That
myself,
dance
and
huge on the Ayer cut, bro.
Facts. Josh
that
Herrera
dance is day
too.
one. Josh Herrera.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We have day ones, bro, that are in here. We don't all agree on everything, bro.
Let me find out there's any sort of heat between him and you know who. It's a wrap. Yeah.
Hey, right? Facts. But yeah, let's get back to Nar. Sin Havoc is tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Sin Havoc is tripping, bro.
And if you can't get your movie, you can break even. Yeah, he's saying that all I need is for the movie to break even. But he didn't say that that's what Warner Brothers wanted. He said that that's what I need. Meaning for him as an individual, he needs to break even and then he can move along. If they fire him from CEO and just make him a director for hire, or he comes out and says he decided to step down because he didn't understand the pressure or whatever it is, and maybe he's more of a creative or whatever, how he try to spin it. He's good if he makes his money back or quote unquote the money back. But the studio does not want that. The studio needs a bigger win because especially if they're selling it, they don't want the DCU to crumble underneath the sale. So that's just my input on it. I don't know if you got what you can get.
That's why when old boy said that earlier about, hey, what do you say? Hold on, let me go back. Because
makes his money back or quote unquote the money back. But the
when he was trying to talk about what Zaslav wanted and like what he's happy with, bro.
Yeah. All that fake
crazy.
That fake faith, man. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Like no one says that when they get a win. They just plainly say I'm happy with it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Look. I just want to go on record. Look, it's still some Ayer cut love in here, yo.
Yeah. Good for
J-Mar
you.
still want it.
Good for you. I'm happy for y'all, man. Hey,
thanks, bro.
I hope y'all get what y'all want, man.
Thanks. Look,
your leader doesn't give a shit though.
Bat Dan, you know what I'm saying?
Hate to break it to y'all.
Bat Dan, bro.
And Bat Dan keeping it a buck. I appreciate that, Bat Dan.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope y'all get what y'all want. Your leader don't care though. I'm just here to tell y'all that.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
saying. I'm just here to report the bad news. It's all good though. Not all news is good news. I'm here to give y'all the reality. You feel me?
Hey, Leon's just here to let some air into the room, guys.
Facts. Do you want me to give you the holistic approach?
Oh my god, bro. He's saying they gotta just let some air into the room, bro. Oh my god, bro. He said air cut will ride the Zack Snyder way. It'll be Donner cut-esque. Yeah, hey, I'm sure that's gonna happen, bro. Because it just makes too much sense, right?
Yep.
Facts. But yeah, let's get back to Nar though.
Studio does not want that. The studio needs a bigger win because especially if they're selling it, they don't want the DCU to crumble underneath the sale.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, bro. We was just talking about that earlier when somebody in the chat tried to bring up, hey, well, doesn't this mean that David Zaslav is gonna keep James Gunn on board? I'm like, bro, this fucking company about to get sold. You sitting there talking about what the fuck David Zaslav about to do? He ain't even about to be in charge over there, bro.
Facts.
Ain't even about to be in charge over there. Ain't he in charge of just streaming now? Since the company split thing? Didn't he get downgraded?
Oh, Zaslav, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah, that's true. That is very true.
Crazy. Says My Time to Shine says Zach didn't fight for Ayer or something like that. Man, I don't know. Because maybe it's because of what I just heard from Nessa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe that's why.
Let me find out.
Right?
Let me find out, bro. Man.
But let's get back to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my input on it. I don't know if you got what you can get out of that, but yeah.
Yo, I want to thank you for coming through. Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. I got a lot to say about what.
Yeah, bro. Nah, that was dope. Were you all done, Nar?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shout out to
Go
you.
ahead, Leon. Nar, bro, thank you for coming through. And I don't know if I've ever even seen your account before. Let me see real quick. But
I
bro,
just followed you too. Facts.
I appreciate you coming through, Nar. Look, anybody that's been a part of this movement, Zack Snyder Self movement, the specified movement by Scott Stuber himself, right? Anybody that's been a part of this, everything he said, you've heard before, right? From us. In one way or another, you've either heard literally what he said or a variation of what he said. And Sky and myself don't claim to be industry insiders whatsoever. But this man is speaking facts. everything he said, and he's told you about the counterintuitive nature of so-called industry insiders when they come in with bad faith arguments. And what did Ray Fisher, what did he call James Gunn? He said he has fake grace. When they come in with that fake grace, trying to pretend as though they're giving you information to try to better yourselves or better the movement. He said everything that we've been saying for I don't know how long, and what we've been saying on this current platform, in this current space, man. It's crazy. To the point of even saying, when they give you pushback, push their ass right the fuck back, metaphorically. And that's the energy that I've been trying to say this whole stream. We're not here to play nice. The idea's out there. It's up to them, the executives, to go forth and do whatever they want to do with it. We're just going to continue to show passion and push back on those who are trying to be anti what we're doing. That's pretty much, man. I greatly appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And also, like you said, you don't have to be nice, you don't have to be soft, you don't have to be anything. You just have to exist, and it already throws enough. It throws a wrench in the whole situation, right? Like I said, can you honestly point to any situation that's similar to this in Hollywood? They have never ever experienced this before, right? Some studios may actually want this. They'd be like, "Oh, I wish I had a fan base this passionate," right? But they've never witnessed this before, right?
Netflix.
Right? They've never witnessed this kind of pushback to them. They never witnessed a fan base who's saying like, "No, we're not going to support this thing." And you're disruptive. That's what it is. It's not that you guys are toxic. It's that you're disrupting their like the play of what they already know already. Right? They know to put a marketing out and they get feedback. Right? But what happens when that feedback is so skewed? They don't know. Right? If you look at
this is actually a really, really good point that Nar brought up too. This is actually a really, really good point. It must be impossible to tell what these movies are going to do nowadays, Leon, right?
Absolutely.
Because you got influencers that are paid, you know what I'm saying, to say that they like it. Yep. Then you got the Zack Snyder fans, right? Oh my God, crazy, 100%. Bro. Crazy. Right, but let's get back to it.
The numbers for Superman and the opening and all these other things, they have no idea what this movie is going to make. Why? Because they have glazers who have came because of a Snyder movement, right? That was a response to pushback from gatekeepers in 2013 up to 2016, right? So now they have no idea who likes the movie, who don't like the movie, right? I'm even seeing weird things where, like, I do YouTube, right? And I'm seeing weird things where I see YouTubers talking about the movie in a weird way. And I'm just like, yeah, are you guys being like, were you guys invited to this thing? Because I just feel like this conversation shouldn't be happening so fast, right? Like you're saying, oh, you're saying that the movie's good, go buy your tickets now. And I'm just like, that doesn't seem right, right? Like something is weird about that.
10 out of 10, right?
Yeah,
it's guys.
Right. It's just a weird kind of like conversation around a movie. It's a weird kind of like push to get the movie to front load the movie, right? If you notice that like the marketing was like very silent for a while, and then they threw the marketing at everybody, and it was just because they knew that they had a limited amount of time before Fantastic Four came out, and then everything was going to fizzle out after that, right? You're going to get people coming in, some people coming in, so it fizzles out, especially after the second week, right? Everybody talks about the second week drop, and it's because after the second week, the movie fizzles out after that, and especially if your second week is being another comic book movie is being thrown at it. They don't want you guys talking bad about the movie. They don't want you guys, and they know that your guys are going to do it regardless, right? Even if you look at the movie and say like, "Oh, I liked it," right? I remember you guys when y'all went to go. Some of y'all went to go watch the Flash. Some of you guys actually did like the Flash. You spoke highly about the Flash, but it didn't align with what the Snyder fan wanted. So there was always going to be pushback to the Flash, even if it's the perfect movie. It's going to be like, but we don't want this though. And they can't market around that. They have to market on top of it. They have to go.
Bruh, these are such good points. Though.
Yeah, seriously.
These are such good points, bro.
Even to the point where he pretty much dissected the origin story of like ZSSM, Zach's movement as a whole, but also the origin of influencers and insiders and all that bullshit. Because of fandoms like us, studios then had to create their own fandoms. That's where you get the Soups. This is where you get the Blu-ray Angels of the world.
Blu-ray, yep.
You know what I mean? People
WB
who are like,
partners.
right. Oh my God, I'm a fan suddenly out of nowhere of Warner Brothers, essentially. But I won't say Warner Brothers. I'll say the thing that they're putting out. They're fans of everything that Warner Brothers is putting out, with big, huge smiles on their faces all the time, slick back hair, and a lot of them like to wear little suits. They look like little ushers in a church.
Crazy,
you know,
bro.
With glee. They love everything.
Love everything.
I'm glad he broke that down. The origin of the anti-fandom, essentially. A studio fan. Crazy.
Studio fans, bro. Facts.
What we used to call them? Studio plants.
Studio plants, bro. But let's get back to Nar, man. Nar is cooking right now, bro.
Yep.
Around you guys and try to stand in front of you guys. And it's very difficult to do so when you guys are passionate about exactly what it is you want. The studios, they don't know what to do. I promise you, they have no idea what to do. Any insider will come out and tell you straight up and say, yeah, they don't like you guys because you guys are disruptive. And they don't know how to handle it. And the only thing to handle it is to just go after.
Bro, that's something else. He was really just trying to say that, hey, they just don't like you guys. Is that other dude? He's like, yeah, they don't like or respect these type of movements and these kinds of movements, and
yeah, we heard the same thing. We heard the same thing in posts on Twitter that were liked by James Gunn. So why would we give a shit? We know we're not liked.
It's like years old knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to it.
We're not here to be liked.
To like influence and tell y'all to tell them to scream at you guys to stop talking.
Real quick, because I want you to cook a little more. So the reason that I know and Sky knows that you are correct is because we literally have the director of the current film. He has liked posts when you were allowed to check likes before the algorithm changed. James Gunn himself, and this is real life, we've said this numerous times, James Gunn himself has liked 2 separate posts that were slandering myself and separately Sky and our crews.
Right.
And the post did not have him tagged in it, and the post did not have him named in them. So it's almost like you'd have to be chronically online to see it. And the posts were basically saying like the industry doesn't like you and Hollywood doesn't want you on both posts, right? Separately. And James Gunn liked both. Now, some people would hear that and say, it's nothing. No, it's something. You have a supposed major movie director out here liking posts that are slandering fans who just want something else other than what he's delivering. Right. And this is well before the algorithm changed so that you can't view likes. Isn't it? I find that fascinating. So yeah, you're right. They don't like us because we are disruptive and we have an alternative idea than what they're doing.
Disruptors, bro.
Right. And they're and I know what post you're talking about.
Hey, who the real disruptors now, bro?
Facts.
Let me talk about shit. Who the real disruptors now, bro? Huh? Disruption.
Maybe this is a real punk rock.
We are punk rock, bro. We are the metal, bro. Dark Knight's metal, bro. Hey, did you know about that?
Oh man.
Let's get back to Nar, man.
And also, like, just the fact that James Gunn went out his way to address your hashtag. Like, these things these things aren't happening because they're just things on the internet. They're happening because the conversation is being shifted away from them. Right? Like, when that hashtag went out and everybody started talking about the hashtag and it was a new hashtag and Force is picking it up, that created a bunch of ripples throughout Hollywood, and it got to James Gunn, and now James Gunn have to say answers to certain people about what this hashtag is and does this hashtag create a problem for them in the future.
bro, ain't that exactly what Mikey Sutton said, bro?
Yep.
Ain't that exactly what Mikey Sutton said? Mikey Sutton said that they would be in meetings and they would be asking him, why is Sell the Damn Snyderverse to Netflix trending more than this Superman shit? What's going on? What is this? I thought you had this under control. James Gunn said he did. Bruh, they even went so far as to bring in a military strategist.
Yep.
because they was trying to counter, bro. And what did they get for all that money?
Not a damn thing.
What'd they get? Look what we were able to do with a couple of drums of gasoline and a couple of bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
use drums of gasoline. Ooh wee. Nah, but that's exactly what Mikey said, bro. He's like, yo, they was literally, bro, we were getting damn near real-time information. Right?
Yep.
Like literally, they're watching you right now. Yo, come on, bro. He's upset the established order. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, bro. But let's get back to it, man.
Right? Should they listen to the hashtag or should they ignore the hashtag? Right?
What was James Gunn saying? Ignore it.
Yep. These are wacky.
They're wacky, bro. These are the wackiest hashtags I've ever heard in my life. Right?
Crazy,
bro. And for somebody that has been involved in such online discussions as what James Gunn has been involved in, bro, to say that that's the wackiest hashtag is pretty crazy.
I know.
That's pretty crazy, bro. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah, it's absurd. The nerve.
You know what I mean? Wow, bro. Let's get back to it though, man.
It creates a problem, and his position in that situation was to come out and try to dissolve the hashtag and try to make it seem like it's wacky or whatever it is, and it's not important, and it's a dog whistle to everybody else to go attack this hashtag, right? Attack the people behind this hashtag. So to think that like they don't know who you are, they're not aware of you guys. I mean, he proved the fact that he is aware of you guys, right? And then he's liking posts about things that pertain to you guys, right? So you guys are right, like absolutely right. They know exactly who you guys are, and you guys are being disruptive, right? And they can't market their movie. They can't put their things out. Like I'm sure they was the marketing team was losing it every time they dropped a clip, and it's nothing but Snyder fans going, "This is ugly," right? And now,
quick question
go ahead.
Before you continue to cook, I got a question for you. It's a very specific one. So we're talking about hashtags, right? And I just want to highlight this as something that I feel is an important question, because I think people think we're picking on the other hashtags like we're being bullies and like they don't matter. But I just want to ask this question. If you have so much energy from the industry toward trying to snuff out these two hashtags, right?
Right.
And they're not necessarily, I haven't seen the industry come out against those other hashtags at all. Restore, bring back, none of that shit. Release the this and that. Outside of what you said about David Ayer, which was brilliant, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he said the same thing that's been said. When the leader, quote unquote, the guy who made the movie is out here snuffing out hope for the Ayer cut.
Here Leon go, bringing up David Ayer again.
That being said,
he said,
do you think, what are your thoughts on why?
Bro, I find it very funny. He said, hey, yo, like that point you brought up earlier with David.
2 hours ago, but David. 3 hours ago.
2 hours ago, you brought up David. Nah, man.
This shit ain't got nothing to do with David.
out of everything he brought up, bro. Out of all the good points, dog. This motherfucker, hey,
Motherfucker
that
sneezed.
point about David Ayer, bro. Nah, that shit was on
motherfucker
point.
sneezed. Motherfucker sneezed, and I'm like, what'd you say, David Ayer? About that. Speaking of, bro, I just coughed.
Oh my god, bro. Damn, man. Oh my god,
boy,
bro.
Tell you what.
Bro, the chat is going on this Mr. H thing, man. Look, bro.
Mr. H, what happened?
I stopped watching those guys alone. I stopped watching all these. He said Mr. H. His fans are calling him to chill. His own fans have turned on him over Superman. I'm like, bro.
That dude, is he Australian or something?
Yeah,
and he's
bro.
Yeah. He be with that click, the side of the Venn diagram that I made.
Yeah, bro.
He's on that side,
bro.
with
it's crazy, bro.
What's the baby face heel dude or whatever?
Yeah,
he comes from that ilk.
He said he was.
Oh, he liked the movie.
Snyderverse, but apparently this movie is okay.
Oh, he liked the movie. You know what I bet?
Yeah, bro.
I bet Mr. H looks like somebody who probably tried to get a role in a
English.
movie. Yeah, he looks
bro.
like somebody who tried to get a role in a movie, and they probably turned his ass down. Because a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of them are failed actors, writers, failed directors. They failed to get in big in Hollywood, right? And so then they started going to YouTube, and that's how they have all these connections. Like, this stuff isn't by accident. These people that have good lighting, good cameras, scripts, chairs, offices, and studios, right? Magically are on YouTube looking like CNN and shit. And then they start saying, yes, I'm a fan who, blah, blah, blah. And then when that doesn't work, they graduate to, I'm an industry insider. Blah, blah. No, motherfucker, you tried to work in the industry and it didn't work out. And now you got on YouTube. It's fine.
Yeah. It's actually pretty crazy because I used to watch that dude's videos because he used to talk about a lot of shit with aliens and fucking Prometheus and that whole universe. And I used to love watching those videos. But then just like with other things, it's you be watching them for so long, and then all of a sudden you start noticing these little shots at the Snyder fan base, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You're not even talking about that shit. Why are you taking shots at Snyder? And and I was just like, oh, here goes somebody else who I can't fucking enjoy their shit without feeling disrespected as a fucking Snyder fan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, come on, man. That's hella weird, bro. But
yeah, I didn't even know he was on that type of time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, 100%. No, 100%.
That's funny.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
That's his chat calling him a shill.
Huh?
They say his chat. So his chat is for the Snyder cultists, or can we just surmise that this is the general audience?
Triton says, I remember when Rebel Moon came out and a bunch of Snyder fans were disappointed, yet I never saw any infighting. Imagine a civil war that would have erupted if it was the Gunn fan base. That's actually a really good point, bro.
Right. Oh my God. Why are people reporting this? David Zaslav is thrilled with Superman and the direction James Gunn and Peter Safran are taking the DCU.
Yep,
James and Peter's commitment. Why are you posting that? Imagine having an account dedicated to entertainment and you're posting about what some executive is thrilled by. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
Twitter. That's why I piss myself off.
Yeah, but let's keep going with Nar because I really want to get to the point, and I think that we're almost there too for that term that got introduced. Nar just cooked for so long, man. It's crazy.
He said a whole bunch of stuff that was just on point.
But all this shit was super informative, and that's why I said that this thing deserved its own stream. 100%. Let's get back to it.
The industry is so focused on making hashtag sells the SJL to Netflix, hashtag sells Snyderverse to Netflix go away, as opposed to focusing on those other ones. What's your thought?
I would my opinion on it. If I was sitting there, I'm trying to think if I was sitting in one of those meetings, I sat in a lot of freaking meetings, right? That was part of my job at one point, right? And I would say it's because they successfully already damaged the what's the word I'm looking for? They successfully already removed that other hashtag from being important. Right?
The approval rating usually, right?
Right. So what happened
Yeah.
was that they muddied the water enough that everybody started to like ignore the restore hashtag, right? Internally, externally, everybody was like, yeah, that's just the Snyder fans, and like it's nothing. And what does restore the Snyder first even mean? And if you watch like certain, like I remember one time I watched John Campion, and they was like, yeah, this is before you guys made a hashtag, right? It was like this is when the Flash was coming out, I think, or the Flash had just came out. And it was like, what does restore the Snyderverse even mean? What is exactly the Snyderverse, right? And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, see, that's where the problem is starting. They're confirming that that internally they have successfully made restore the Snyderverse a question mark, right? It's like, oh well, what do they mean, right? Do they mean just just bring back Zack Snyder to direct every movie? Do they mean like go back to Henry as Superman? Well, we have Ben as Batman, so what's the problem, right? When they already knew what that meant, right? If you go back to other like articles and things like that at the time, they were saying the Snyderverse isn't going to be restored, and then they had other movies coming out, right? So they knew what that meant. But then they slowly started implementing this idea that Snyder fans want the Flash to be restored, right? And then when you guys came out with Cell ZSJL or Snyderverse to Netflix, right? This is now a new hashtag. This is not something that's gonna, and now is creating conversations, right? They weren't even focusing on when you read that Forbes article, they're not focusing on what the Snyderverse is and what the Snyderverse isn't. They're focusing on the idea that the DC IP can be licensed over to Netflix in order for Snyder or whoever to create some universe or some set of movies over there. And that right there, that conversation, they didn't want that, right? Because that gives people ideas in Hollywood. When money starts falling apart and jobs start getting hard and people don't know if they're going to be executives anymore, or people don't know if they're going to work in marketing or whatever it is, they start getting afraid about what fans actually want. And if there's another company going, hey, listen, you can sell the IP to us, you can license it to us like you did Sandman, like you did the CW, like Marvel did or Fox and whoever did Daredevil and XYZ to us. And then we can make our own things over here, and then you can make some money off of that. And that's a business plan, right? That's somebody can step up and make that deal. And if it works, then that person is the person that's being talked about, right? And now James Gunn is out of a job because Pam and Mike made a play and it worked. So they don't want that conversation happening. The restore, they already squashed it. That's why they don't care about the restore no more. They squashed the restore hashtag internally. They told the investors and whoever this is what it means or what it could mean, and you guys don't want that, right? You guys don't want to put Zack Snyder's movies back on the theatrical because it's going to confuse the audience. And look at the audience score. And are we sure that people are going to show up to this? And what if people are confused about does this connect to the Flash or does it connect to Aquaman 2 and they don't like those movies, right? So you don't want to throw that on the screen, right? So now they squash those conversations. That's how you gotta look at it. Those conversations with the restore, they've internally muddied it up so much that they don't no longer care about what you guys are talking about with restore the Snyderverse. But this sell now all of a sudden, oh wait, hold on, I can make a good business deal over here. I can, as an executive, I could play ball with Netflix, make this deal, and then I get looked at as a good guy. Oh no. And then other people goes, well, we don't want that conversation even being had. We want to keep everything in-house. We don't want things like that. We want to focus on the DCU and hopefully make it so good and whatever that nobody even thinks about trying to license off the IP, right?
Because Cell is a morphing idea. It's a chameleon idea.
Right,
we're not
exactly.
Anything so specific to where they can't play and dance in their own sandbox. We're simply saying ZSJL to Netflix, which means the sequels. Snyderverse, which means whatever you'd like to do with those ideas. It could be a mini series. It could be whatever, as long as it's live action, as long as it's Zack Snyder.
Yep. And the conversation, what it did was they probably was never even thinking about that. You know what I mean? They probably was like, well, we can't put those in the theaters no more, so it's over. And then somebody came, well, this is hashtag going on, and maybe you can, sell it to anybody at this point, right? You can it's a business idea that nobody was thinking of. That you guys, man. It's like you ever read Kingdom Come? You know Kingdom Come, right? You guys read Kingdom Come, right?
But that's my favorite fucking DC story.
Right.
Everybody on here knows.
When Lex Luthor threw those little worms in Shazam's ear and had Shazam doing the things that he wanted them to do, right? Nobody wants those little worms in anybody's ears. And that's what the Snyderverse fandom is, right? They're little worms that can be placed in people's ears, and all of a sudden there's an idea that can be born out of that.
And according to what Nar is saying, those ideas don't just fall on us; it falls on executives, because that's the whole thing.
Exactly, bro.
Executives who sit around and go, "Shit, man, I'm trying to make some bread," and
Exactly.
they can from there.
I think it's coming up soon.
I'm gonna keep my job. I'm gonna make some money. I can create. I can get promoted. I can build a legacy. They don't want where somebody can take your hashtag, create a business plan out of it, create some. I used to do a lot of pitch decks, right? They create a
bam, right? What is a pitch deck? What is a pitch deck, Nar? Right? We about to find out what a pitch deck is, y'all.
Pitch deck pitched his idea to Netflix, and now all of a sudden Netflix is going, and then I take that idea and I pitch it to whoever buys Warner Brothers or David Zaslav when he's about to be tossed out the door, right? Or even James Gunn or even Peter Safran, right? When their careers about to collapse underneath them, and whoever, right? They don't want that go over to them like, hey, listen, I got this idea. Here's a pitch deck. Here's this. Here's a thesis. Here's a treatment. We got this whole thing. Zack Snyder's on board. Ben is on board. We got an Oscar-winning director. We got this and that. They don't want that. They don't want that conversation. And you guys brought that conversation to their attention.
Woo! Yo, I got this. I got Zach on board. I got Henry on board. I got Ben. The cast is ready to go. Netflix said they want it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, like, yo, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Leon? Right? It's
What you
all
gonna
right
do?
here in the pitch deck, bro.
It's all in the pitch deck. Yeah, when he
They
described
should have never let me fucking learn that word, Leon.
when he described pitch deck, it pretty much explained all the possibilities, because if you think about it, the ideas out there, because he described a lot in terms of the industry shifting upwards and downwards, left and right, when it comes to making money, ideas, crashing out, being successful, right? There's an idea on the table right there that Warner Brothers can't control outside of selling it and licensing it, right? Yep. And it's one of those situations right now where we have them pretty much backed into a corner, because we're not touching what they're doing with DC at all. We haven't been doing it pretty much since Zach left. Nope. And the only time that it seems like we tend to touch DC, and when I say we, I just mean like us and the general audience.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it that simple. The last time we saw them touch anything in regards to a DC product was anything that had Zach's approval, which was Aquaman. And they put headlines out about that all across the freaking internet. There were headlines about Zach's approval of Aquaman. Or if Zach's characters were in it and there was a hinted promise at those characters continuing the Snyderverse. So like a Black Adam, for example, right? As soon as you tell everybody the Snyderverse is dead, it's over, bury it, what happened? Everything started to tank. So
these are facts, bro.
Sky creates the idea, hashtag sells the SJL to Netflix. I come in and embolden it with hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Zack Snyder self movement is born. We take the audience and we're like, oh, wait a second, that's actually a good idea, instead of the audience just being quiet and maybe accepting bullshit going forward, or just not showing up to the theaters. Instead, they go, oh, wait, hold on. Not only did the audience come over to us, executives did.
People now they get pitch decks put together, bro.
Exactly. Pitch decks are now coming together because these people want to make money. Could you imagine working at anywhere? It could be Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Tubi, and you're sitting around trying to think of something. You're like, hold on. Hey, Warner Brothers, there are people who want something. can you give it to one of us so we can make it? And these people didn't make any demands. Y'all hear them, right? All they said was two things. They said, no, three things. They said Zachary Edward Snyder, live action, and let the man cook. Those are their demands. Zack Snyder, live action, let the man cook. It don't get much easier than that. Hell, to the point that we even said if he has to recast, so be it.
Facts.
You can't get any easier than that.
You can't, bro. Facts.
So executives are sitting around going, yeah.
That shit seems pretty simple.
Yep.
Which is why you got a Scott Stuber that came out and said the more Zach, the better, bro.
Yep.
Come on, man.
After saying, yeah, we see that a certain section of Zack Snyder's fandom. A certain section of Zack Snyder's fandom. A certain section within Zack Snyder's fandom. Not the whole fandom.
No pukesters to the right.
Shout out to rest in peace to Randy Savage. Yeah, brother. David Zaslav just got demoted.
Look, let me tell you why, because I know Leon has kind of spoke on this, but let me tell you why I'm cool with the recast.
Ain't been in no damn knee.
Right?
I'll say that. Go ahead, cook, bro.
Let me say this. You want to know why we're okay with the recasting? Because of that reason that Leon just said, bro. It removes all barriers, right?
Boom.
Let's say this, right? Let's say that Zach gets this approved, right? And let's say, hey, Henry's willing to come back, Ben's willing to come back, but then Gal just says, hey, look, just kind of don't want to do it anymore. You know, I've moved on. I'm at a different point in my life right now, and I want to do other things. So am I going to sit there and say, fuck getting the movie then?
Yeah, facts.
Right? So whatever the situation is, you know what I'm saying? I don't want there to be any barriers between us and getting this movie.
Facts.
That is an absolute fact. And if so, let's say that everybody else was willing to come back, but then Henry wasn't. Right?
Facts.
Do we not want the movie anymore? Because Kyle just said, hey man, look, I'm doing other things. I got the Warhammer thing, you know, I'm trying to build that out. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Right? Do we not want the movie anymore? So I'm saying in case any of the cast just legit can or doesn't want to do it. So once that's the case for one of them, then it got to be the case for all of them. Facts, 100%. So, you know, whoever's on board, let's get it. But, you know, I want everybody back. You know what I'm saying? I would love and prefer if all of the cast was there. Who wants there to be recastings? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think any of us want it, but I'm not going to allow that to be a barrier between us and getting what.
Yeah, that's the point we're making. We're not saying they need to recast or we want them to recast or they better recast.
I want everybody to come back.
What we're saying is we have removed, and I'm making this very clear, and I'm not trying to be an asshole about it, but Zack Snyder's Cell movement, as the guys who created the ideas and pushed everything forward and have been the tip of the spear, it's non-negotiable. Zack Snyder, live action, let him cook. Those are our only demands. I'm not taking any other hey guys, but what about this? Isn't a democracy. Those are the three demands. That's it. After that, what I'm saying is I have faith that Zach and everybody involved who would be able to facilitate this would be able to bring back the vast majority of the cast.
I think they are coming back.
We've already heard that Ben Affleck said he would come back.
We already heard, bruh. I heard the entire main
Cavill
cast,
said he would come back.
The main cast has all, from what I've heard,
half of y'all don't even want Gal Gadot to come back. So I don't even give a shit about what y'all say about Gal Gadot. I'm not even. And then somebody, what did somebody say just now? Mara got or Amber Heard got to go because of an accent. Who cares about all that? See, this is the reason why you have us representing y'all and Scott Stuber listening to us. And it's not to say that we own anything or we're better. It's not to say any of that, but there has to be some order and some structure when discussing this sort of thing within the fandom. Yeah. It can't be all these people saying all these weird ass ideas and they have all these weird caveats and their own personal bullshit. No, personally, I love Ben Affleck. He's my favorite Batman.
He said, I want Heard back. Hey, yo, I want Amber Heard back too.
Hey, you know what, Phillips? I feel you, right? Like
I want Amber Heard back too.
And she's a great actress. I ain't got nothing to do with all that beef between her and Homeboy and whatever whatever side people want to be on all that conversation. I got a life. I ain't keep up with all that. I don't give a damn. That's between them and God. As far as I'm concerned, they probably both weirdos. But guess what? I'll cast one of those weirdos back as a character if need be. And if Zach wants to recast, so be it.
And I want him back as fucking Captain Jack. I just want, bro, I want everybody back in the role they were casting. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's fine. But yeah, dude, no. And I was like we're saying, and y'all can believe me or not, I don't really care. But as we've heard behind the scenes, the main cast has already agreed to come back.
All of them.
So I wouldn't even be
twerking ass
Jason Momoa. You know
what I was about to say.
Woo! But anyway, let's
I'm about to play Lobo or whatever. Yeah. And here's the thing, real quick before we move on. They might even have to recast. You got Jason Momoa running around here trying to get every role he can.
As Lobo
in the DCU.
You know what I'm saying? Facts, bro. So hey, man.
So Phillips and everybody else, y'all might have to come to grips with the fact that some of these people may not come back. But just rest assured, Zack Snyder has the goodwill of actors and they love working with him. And the vast majority that matter will probably come back.
Oh, he's just saying that he just don't like her as an actress. And
that's fine.
And that her accent is like dumb.
Zach does.
Hey,
Zach likes her.
I feel it. But that whole British accent thing was Zach's idea. You know what I'm saying? For her to have that accent.
Don't even matter.
The Atlanteans were supposed to,
it was people that were breathing underwater, dog. It's cool. I could suspend my disbelief long enough to think, hey, maybe she might be
please. You remember she's like, please.
Right.
Oh my god. Yeah. Shout out to ZSJL, man. Yeah, bro. Now this is he said they will take less pay just to be part of cinematic history. Yeah, bro. Everybody coming back, man. So I don't think it's a problem. But hey, man, he's absolutely right. It might conflict with Jason's schedule for playing Lobo. You know what I'm saying? So because
whatever,
because he might be having to play. Wait, what they used to call him, bro? Damn.
Talking about the nickname of Lobo.
Yeah. Damn, bro. I can't remember.
The Bastich.
No, it was another one. It was was it the main man?
Yeah, the main man.
Yeah. There you go.
You might have to play the main man.
Yeah, bro.
Lobo.
He might be off playing the main man. Right? Yeah, bro.
Look, 3 demands. Zach, live, let the man cook.
Yep, Atlanteans speaking old world English. Yep. Yeah, bro. So, yeah, it might conflict with his schedule. But let's get back to Nar, man, because we got to get through the rest of this. I just love that pitch deck part.
Facts.
And that's why he made sure to attack the hashtag. And that's why if you look online and you look at these bots, you look at everybody, they're trying to silence people from constantly having the same conversation. They just don't want it because it creates too much chaos within their little protected bubble of job security. Right?
Facts. Yeah. Yo, Yo, I want to say, Nar, man, you are echoing something that was told to me personally, man, by the late great Mikey Sutton, man. He told me that shit immediately. He was like, "Yo, man, nobody saw this thing coming." He was like, "No, Zach and them didn't see this coming. Nobody saw this coming." And I was like, I mean, it was just very humbling, but like at the same time, it is something different and it's new, man. And we're unwavering. We are specific. We are effective, and we're gonna continue to do so, man. And you've been one of the favorite guests that I've brought up here, man, for sure.
Yeah, I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be here, bro.
Hey, Nar,
Yo,
don't disappear, bro.
I'm always in your group chats. Sometimes I go in there. If you look at, I'm Nar the Misfit. I be in the group chat sometimes. I pop in and out,
Yeah, hey, open your DMs, bro, because I'm about to hit you up, man. For real.
All right.
For real.
Yeah, man, for sure. And we also got the homie Integrity 101 up here. What's going on, Integrity? You've been waiting patiently, bro. And hey, before we get through Integrity cooking, bro, you want to kind of give your final thoughts on like Nar's whole call in, bro?
And it was very timely and very necessary, whoever sent you, tell them we said thanks. I was playing. But nah, like it was very timely because, especially we played the other clip in a couple of streams before this one. Everybody go check out that our new dual stream, the Toy Collector 2, right? But before Toy Collector 2, we did the spaces celebrating, the Snyderverse Day, July 11th, right? And we played that spaces, and the guy was in there being all, fake industry plugged in, and then Nar came in sometime after him and cooked all of that. And so that was very timely. And he gave us some good insight on, things that we already knew, already surmised, already got wind of from other people that are in the industry, but also things that we didn't know. And he gave us some connective tissue to things, and also kind of reestablished, in a sense, of why we're doing what we're doing and the way that we're doing it. Because we've been told shit, up, down, left, right on how to behave, what rules should be changed. Hell, even y'all in the chat telling us we need to add the cast to what we're saying, right? So we've been told what to do, how to do it for I don't know how long. And every step of the way, we've been like, nah, we're doing it our way because we know that it's effective. And this isn't because of ego. It's because we see how the industry works. We see it from a consumer perspective. We see it from insider info perspective. And we see it from a perspective of being military minded and, whatever professions we have in our lives and whatever studies we have and our anecdotal experiences. So it's a culmination of all these different levels of knowledge, so to speak, right? That have created Zack Snyder Cell movement and how we're moving. So to have him come in, reaffirm who we are and why we do what we do was cool. Very cool and very appreciated, man. And if you ever want to get a mic, bro, holla at us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've already been communicating a little bit.
Definitely.
Scenes, you know what I mean?
I figured.
So I couldn't agree more, bro. It was super dope, super timely, and I hope to get him on the platform soon, yo, for sure.
For sure.
I want to let the homie Integrity cook because I really feel like between the both of these guys, they really kind of hit the nail on the head.
And before you play that, I'm gonna preface it with this because Integrity, he was one of the most chill guys who was always keeping us in line and telling us to play nice. And I don't say this to be facetious because a lot of times Integrity is right. Like he moves with integrity, but even Integrity's losing it. Even Integrity's like, man, I'm tired of this bullshit. So I appreciate hearing Integrity This is Integrity 101, y'all. He in the chat right now. Y'all about to hear from the homie.
For sure.
What's on your mind?
Hey, follow back. No, I got you. I'm gonna hit you up.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now we can.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Hey, that last guy absolutely crushed it. He's a tough act. He's going to be a tough act to follow. We got to clip his stuff and salute to him. Standing ovation. That was fantastic. All sorts of respect to that last gentleman.
Oh yeah.
But real quick, I am well aware you guys are trying to get out of here. I made a few notes. I'm just going to go over a quick overview of things.
Nah, go ahead, bro, because you the last guest. And take your time, bro. For sure.
All right. Well, even still, I'll try to be in and out in 90 seconds. Just let me run through this real quick. I just want to remind everybody a few basic things because I'm just an old grumpy Irish guy, but some of this nonsense pisses me the hell off. Look, they would not waste, like I've said for a million goddamn years, and like the last gentleman just basically pointed out, they would not waste time and energy trying to squash this movement if it wasn't a threat. It's pretty freaking obvious. So, I mean, like, and let me, all due respect to you guys, and what you've been doing, because the day-to-day stuff is pretty important. But this whole movement is pretty simple, man. If you've been convinced that it's impossible to greenlight one production featuring two of the biggest comic book movie characters in the world, you've been brainwashed.
What's good?
I'm sorry. If they tell you the actors
yeah.
are too old, bullshit. The movie's too expensive. Bullshit. You just made 57 movies with C- comic book characters nobody likes. Maybe don't spend hundreds of $1 million giving me super shit and just greenlight JL2. It's pathetic. And nobody, if they tell you nobody wants to see it, that's fucking nonsense too. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of everybody's crap. In nearly a decade now, there's not a single person on earth that's come up with one good reason not to greenlight Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. There's not a YouTuber anywhere. There's not any kind of content creators anywhere. Not the Hollywood Reporter, not the sellouts at Variety. No one anywhere in the world has come up with one legitimate good reason not to greenlight this movie. They've given you a bunch of bullshit. So anyway, the end goal, what we just need to continue to do is recruit new people to the movement, ignore the soulless sellouts, and be in it for the long haul. It's pretty simple. That's really all I got. Again, shout out to the last guy, and the guy before him was a clown, and we should all chip in and get him some knee pads. I'm done.
Shout out to the homie Integrity 101, man. Nah, yo, he's absolutely right, bro.
It's a pretty simple
You're cooking, bro.
If somebody wants to make Howard the Duck 2 tomorrow, nobody's going to give a shit. But if you talk about a movie from a few years ago with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, suddenly you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. It's fucking nonsense. This isn't that hard. We want a sequel to a movie. And frankly, I think everybody gets a little confused with universes and what about this universe and that universe. It's just a fucking sequel to a movie. Excuse my language. So that's all I got. I know you guys want to go. I just want to give everybody a quick reminder that if you've been sold or you start to believe any of this nonsense, the actors are too old, it's impossible, there's nothing we can do. They can make a sequel. There's no reason they can't make a sequel. It's a bunch of silly, stupid, pathetic beta nonsense that you can't figure out a way to make a sequel that's an obvious gold mine. Like, give me a fucking break. So, no disrespect. Sorry about the language.
Nah.
I'm an old Irish guy. I get a little heated sometimes with all these stupid excuses. That's all I got.
I find it rather refreshing that Integrity is going off because Integrity always so like, hey guys, chill, and guys, we gotta. And I'm like, but I've slowly seen you in the comments and in chats slowly turn into this person. So trust me, I've been paying attention. I'm a realist. I was like, oh shit.
No, I've been this way the whole time. When I talk about like trying not to be toxic, I'm coming from a place where I'm understanding what you're doing with Cell.
I know. I'm fucking with you right now. I'm fucking with you. I get it.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the whole part of let's divorce ourselves from the toxicity of what they were doing. Let's start fresh, clean slate type of thing. But, you know, when I hear all this nonsense, the actors are too old, Zach moved on. Who the fuck do you guys think started the whole movement? I don't mean the Cell movement. The entire Snyderverse movement was started by Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Hello? So I don't know.
Y'all worry about the actors and the writers and the it's just worry about Zach. He said he wants to do it.
Thank you,
Zach,
man.
figure it out from there. The fuck?
That's all I got. You guys can close out. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very, very much for having me on. It's always a pleasure. You're doing a fantastic job. And our number one goal should be recruiting new people to the movement. And by the way, right now with this dog shit Superman movie, guess what? There's going to be a lot of people alienated that are unaware of our movement, that are unaware that Zack Snyder's Justice League even exists.
And we are the alternative integrity.
Like that beautiful young lady on the Young Turks who wants Henry Cavill to be Superman again. Somebody find out who she is so that we can get her on board.
Yo, all of it. We got.
That's just from my own personal taste, to be honest.
You know, all these fucking assholes that'll get on their knees and open wide for whatever studio nonsense they want to blast down their fucking throats. Forget them. Forget them. These people are soulless sellouts. They always are doing bad faith. Fuck them all. Just recruit new people to the movement. That's what we need.
I'm loving this integrity. I'm here to tell you. I love it.
Well, I'm usually trying to be on my best behavior, but you guys were cursing. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna let loose.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sick of the bullshit.
Yes, sir. We're all sick of it, integrity. We're all sick of it, bro. We're all sick of it. 100%.
Like 8 years of doing this, but
all it is blah 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 blah.
You guys should focus on the Ayer cut.
Oh, that's the homie Josh.
Bro, that was crazy that he tried to flex in the Ayer cut on me. That was wild. I'm like, bro, I guess you don't know who you talking to, dog. Like, how you gonna do that?
He thought that was a W. Yeah. And then the irony is he's telling us to stop trying to promote competing ideas, and then he turned around and tried to promote a competing idea.
But yeah, I'm sick of their crap. I want the people in the movement to understand these guys are lying. They're liars. They don't make any sense. They don't even follow the movement, so they're not even informed. If you've been convinced in any way at all that the Hollywood cannot greenlight Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, you've been programmed or you're a fucking retard. That's it. There's nothing else. There is nothing else. You're a brainwashed idiot or like, come on. So I don't know.
Yeah. Bruh, you know what's crazy? Even him just breaking it down into such terms as like them just making a sequel. He's absolutely right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He said, y'all ever talking about universes and all this? He's like, bro, they just making a sequel.
Exactly.
Like crazy, bro.
That's which is why we only have 3 demands. It's too fluid. You can do whatever you want. You can do as long as it's live action. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, you could quite literally just boil it down to a sequel or 2 and be done with it.
Look.
And none of us are gonna cry about it.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Look, I want to start wrapping up, man. This has been a super dope stream, bro. Just what's your thoughts as we kind of come to the end of like, all this and just hearing this conversation back, hearing Integrity and Nar the Misfit pretty much get on here and explain why we such a problem for DC Studios and what they got going on, bro.
I feel vindicated or reaffirmed, man. I mean, what can I say? This has been a week of that. The theme for the week, vindication and being reaffirmed.
Vindication and buyer's remorse. Those have been the themes for the week.
Hey, fact, on so many levels. Like twerking for certain YouTubers that chose to watch Barbie over Oppenheimer type shit, you know. Had to borrow somebody's shoes and all that.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
weirdo stuff. So yeah, that's how I feel about it, man.
He said he had to get the for ruby slippers, bro.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. All right, get them bad boys clean to give them back. But no, like it's yeah. I this week has been great actually. It's one of the most like a weight almost being lifted off your shoulders kind of week as far as being in this fandom. I feel very light, you know. And I think before, you know how I am, strategist. I'm always thinking of different scenarios and what if this happened, what if that. So I'm like, man, whew, this movie's tanking. They're crashing out to try to protect it. They're sending people over here to, you know, cause dismay among us, have us doubt ourselves, make us ask for things we don't want.
I mean, Leon, you want my holistic opinion, bro?
Right.
I mean,
Scott, I got what you want.
I mean, you know,
I've seen what you want.
When Leon asked him this question of like, you think that we should just pack it up and go home? He was like, I mean, you know, you want me to be honest? Like, yeah, it sound like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I already know what's coming.
Yeah, I was like, what? Just answer the question. Stop. He's trying to be so cool and theatrical. Like, bro, shut up, bro. Like, I'm not a chick that you're trying to game. I asked your question, either answer or shut up. It's that simple. Like, but yeah, I do. I feel more relaxed, even though I do seem a bit hostile lately. But I feel more relaxed than I have in a while in this fandom. I'm like, all right, cool. So now what? That's what I'm waiting on. Like, okay, now what? What are we gonna do as far as? And when I mean we, I mean them. What are they gonna do in terms of trying to secure the licensing of ZSJL and the Snyderverse? Right.
Yep.
That's what's next, because they don't really have another choice as far as DC, because ain't nobody really rocking with this stuff. They're just not. Gunn pretty much produced, created, made, directed, and wrote a low-level DCEU movie, if we're being honest. So at best. So I feel good, man. That's pretty much all I got.
Nah, Integrity. We're gonna stop and we're gonna stop all the ZSJL2 talk, and we're just gonna start focusing on the haircut, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait a few years and let James Gunn get some wins under his belt, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean, and
we're gonna try the holistic approach.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the haircut later.
Yep.
Down the line.
Yep. Pack it up, go home, try the holistic approach. Yep. Or we're gonna start a trending day and in the middle of it apologize. I'm thinking about doing that one.
Oh my god, Leon, stop, bro. See? David Ayer 2 hours ago. Yo, I want to go back to that shit. You know,
the facts. Anytime y'all even hint at it, I'm on it.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro. This man, dog. Look, honestly, I just would rather let those words speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that was such a dope space.
Oh, damn, that would have been a good one. What Chris Thermo just said.
That Jonathan Nolan should have been offered the job of showrunner.
That would have been crazy, yeah.
At DC Studios.
Mm-hmm. That just makes too much sense, though. So, yeah.
Man.
Jonathan Nolan would have had everybody you want up in that bit.
Yeah, but this sounds like he'd be working under Gunn.
Like, well, he said showrunner of DC Studio. I guess he's basically saying like running DC Studio. That's what I assume. Like he's the studio head.
Oh,
that's
I
what
thought he meant showrunner.
I get what you're saying, because the word showrunner is for TV series.
Yeah,
but I'm assuming he just used the wrong language.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah. If he used the wrong language, I agree. If we're talking TV, hell no. Keep all the goats
Oh,
Studio
Studio
Head.
Head.
I
Okay, all
figured.
right,
Okay,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
I
cool,
figured.
cool. I was like, what?
Yeah, no. Yeah, that would have been great because he would have had his brother Chris.
I agree. Yeah,
Zach,
I
everybody.
agree.
Rick Famuyiwa probably would have came back.
I
Ben
agree.
would have definitely did something. Yeah, it would
I
have been
agree.
amazing.
And we appreciate you for coming through, Integrity.
Oh, for sure, Integrity, especially the
Right.
energy, bro.
I was like showrunner. I was like, nah, bro. I was like, nah, bro.
Hey, that's why, real quick, I'm annoyed by people that are supposedly Zach fans doing all these little fan castings of the DCU. I'm like, if I see y'all do this, I'm calling y'all out every time. Ain't no fan casting while that dude's in charge.
Yeah, for facts, bro. Bro. TJ said, was just watching Toy Collector 2. Remember when James Gunn said that he's Superman? Them hashtags in the film make sense. He basically self-inserted himself as Superman. That's what we were saying, bro.
Facts.
And then like how mad he got at Lois, bruh. Imagine if his wife probably brought them hashtags up once.
Oh yeah, and then he's like,
damn,
you know how I get.
You know how I get.
Hey, Lois, I ain't gonna lie. You remember that scene? So in that scene, Lois shut up real quick, and it was like, because what else she gonna do? Because Superman could punch a hole through her head. I'm not saying this version of Superman would, but her silence made me feel away. I was like, damn, why are you yelling at her like that? And she just got quiet as fuck. And then he started to pout and leave, and she's like, this is what you do. You always leave.
His wife. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Everybody gets it.
He said he inserted himself as Superman and then wrote a line about grooming.
Wow. Yeah. So basically,
hiding in plain sight. Life imitates art.
Lloyd and Tony are
Lois blinked twice.
Lloyd and Tony are Jor and L'Oreal.
Bruh, I can't believe this motherfucker James Gunn said that it's okay for Superman to kill, bro. Bruh, I'm so beyond this conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
This is like the crux of hypocrisy. This is like the ultimate peak level of fucking hypocrisy, bro.
Yep.
Like, I can't think of anything more hypocritical than this.
Yep. Yeah, that's how you know a lot of that discourse was basically just false.
Fake.
It was fake as hell.
It was fake as fuck.
Bot generated, intern generated, plant generated. Yep.
He said he also inserted himself as Lex. A1. No, it's 1A. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? I have all these commands and I know what you're going to do before you do it, so much so that I can give them out verbally. The people can react to the commands.
Right.
And that shit go through the Wi-Fi.
He's been studying him.
This movie's so goddamn dumb, bro.
He just conveniently had cameras all over the planet to see everything. Like, come on, bro. This movie was dumb as hell. And I'm not even saying like billionaires can't do shit, but it was just a lot of
it was a lot
of
bro.
Spy Kids convenience.
Spy Kids, bro.
To digest, bro. It was just I felt like I was watching Spy Kids, dog.
Oh my god, bro. He said kind of like when he got his second chance in Hollywood after the tweets, and he cast his brother as a child-eating weasel that kills children in a film that ends with a fight against a starfish, aka butthole.
Facts.
Right. Crazy, bro.
1A.
He said, what does that mean? The 1A thing. Oh, he must have didn't see the movie. Bruh.
Oh. It's
look, I'm gonna spoil it. I'll
go ahead. Because
this shit is hilarious, bro. Okay, so you guys know Ultraman is not only just Ultraman or like a clone of Superman, but he's also the hammer of Boravia or whatever the fuck it's called.
Boravia or some shit.
Boravia, right? So Lex Luthor has been studying Superman for so long that he literally calls out these. He was like, yeah, like 1A, 3F, 2B. You know what I'm saying, right? And each move, each combination is like a different thing that he does, like a different move. So like he's literally fighting Superman by having people control Ultraman while he's giving out controls, right? I would have even respected it more if like he was the one that was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, behind it, or like some sort of mind device
like,
on his head or something.
Or if like he's the one that's controlling it and actually doing it. But it's like, no, he's giving the commands out loud, and then the people are like executing it's so fucking stupid, bro. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And it reaches its peak hilarity during the 1A part. Because he just gets really fucking excited. 1A! Because there he has like Superman, he's like leaning over him. And he's like, yeah, 1A, 1A, 1A. And Lex Luthor is literally jumping up and down doing this while the people controlling Ultraman are doing this shit on the joysticks and they're like laughing. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It says a lot about the lack of power and reaction time of Superman, that he's able to just say 1A, 1B, 2B, 3B, 2B or not 2B. Like it's all over the place.
It's the stupidest thing that was ever done. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
When he could have, of all the technology he had in that film, right? He had world splitting tech. He couldn't have, and cameras that are just literally everywhere.
Both. He said, is Ultraman a robot or a clone? He's both, bro, because he's a clone that they can control. Like literally, they can control his body.
Yep. So he's not like machinery made, but he's robotic in that way, and he's inside of a super suit, a robot suit. So literally both and everything and all that. So of all the tech, why didn't they just have?
You just sunk my battleship, Leon.
Bruh. You just sunk my back, bro. Why didn't they just have a device on this man's head, like a headset,
and just bro? I think I wouldn't even have minded if they like made him a suit, kind of
to just, like be in it fighting.
Yeah, and it just had him at some fucking bro.
Yep.
I wouldn't even have been mad with that.
What if there was what if he had edited it to where it looks like Lex disappears, and then you see the big guy in a suit, he's fighting Superman, and then it's revealed, like the whole time it's hinting that it's Lex in the suit, right? Yeah. And then towards the end, you see Lex get tired, and he's like, oh, and he pulls the helmet off, and then you see him out of the machine that's in a suit, and you're like, well, who the fuck's in the suit? Okay, well, maybe the suit's just empty, and then it's revealed that it's a clone.
Exactly, bro.
See. Have me write it. I could write your whole movie.
Crazy, bro. Literally,
that would have been a dope reveal. It takes you off the scent of it being a clone, all that good shit.
Yep. Crazy, bro.
Think about that. The same way that they did with Iron Man, 2 or 3, where you thought the whole time he's in the suit. And then all of a sudden,
that was Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Yep. The way they edited it, and then he ran into a truck, and it did that goofy little break apart scene, which shouldn't have happened. But it was just to reveal that Tony wasn't in the suit.
That's literally all it was doing, because that
it was like,
didn't make any sense. Iron Man had been hit by buildings, dog.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Smacked by Hulk, and he's fine, but a damn truck makes him break apart like Legos. That was goofy.
Nah,
but you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I actually really do think that they could have got away with having him like digitally, or like, you know what I'm saying, and it be him in a kind of like virtual reality thing, and then bro, and then you can add on that they're hinting towards him being the hammer, and then all that, right? Or possibly being like, after you find out that Ultraman is the hammer, then it's like, oh shit, well actually it's probably just like an empty body or whatever, right? It's probably just a fucking another clone, or like no, like a fucking robot, and then no, it actually would have been a clone. That'd have been dope, or at least better than what we got, if not anything. You know what I mean? Like, even if that don't sound dope to you, that's better than what the fuck we actually got, bro. Cause this, I was like, bro, are you fucking kidding me, bro? They were literally, yeah. I was like, yo,
was so stupid.
What the bro? That's why Batman and Robin was trending after this movie came out.
That's funny because I'm literally somebody posted 1A, and they put that stupid clip. That's so funny, bro. I just came across this clip. I'm gonna DM you that shit. 1A. What a clown show. I just sent the check your DMs. 1A. This is so, oh my God, I can't. This is so stupid, man. Superman's such a punk. That's crazy that they told this man to impregnate. I'm about to send you that too, bro. Man, that's crazy, bro. I ain't even looking for this stuff. It's just popping up on my timeline. People cooking this movie. I just sent you that shit too, to impregnate the planet shit. That's crazy. Which is another stupid ass detail. How long did this man have that? Because Superman has crazy technology of his own too. And he got a message that he be listening to all the time with his parents. And some of it's messed up. And he ain't think to fix it. But Lex Luthor fixed it. And it just so happens that it has a bad message in it. That's crazy.
1A. I'm like, bro, oh my God. I'm like, why not just have him doing it, bro? This is my same fucking problem with The Last Jedi, dog. It was like, why not just have him go to the fucking planet and actually die on the planet? Like, why do you have to fucking
facts?
You know what I'm saying? Just have Lex Luthor doing it. Why? And then it's even dope. It's even dope still if he's like in the fucking thing and then he's doing it and then like he's giving the fucking, like, you see him giving the speech where he is, but then it's actually coming out of Evil Corn Sweat's mouth. That'd have been dope too.
Right. Yep. That juxtaposition of editing.
Yeah, bro.
Where the only time he can actually speak is when Lex is making him speak.
Yeah, bro.
Through him. Instead of it being a speaker that's projecting through
through the fucking drones, bro, that are also the fucking video cameras and shit. Oh my God, bro, this fucking movie's bad, dog. This movie's so goddamn. But look, man, hey, it is what it is, though. You know. Hey, man, any final words before we get out of here, bro? Because I'm done, dog.
That's about it, man. Other than bang.
Yep, we cooked on this shit enough. We're gonna catch y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Oh, wait, no, actually, no. Members
minutes.
You dig? I caught it. Be right back.
They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? What about you? Came a long way from no subs. Back when y'all was showing me no love, no front. I just had to take a look back, cause sometimes y'all forgot I shook that. I know they would attack cause of own issues. To be honest, I got sick and tired of feeling misused. That's why I've always played a drop for every super chat to show appreciation. Now you're fucking doing that.
Yeah. Let's get it, you dig? Time for members minutes. We got the homie. Hold on, I just lost it. I just had it. We had the homie Bishop D and Williams saying replay crew. Much love, Bishop. Much love, Bishop. We got the homie the Good Austin saying going to bed, but replay crew fun hanging with the boys after 2. Y'all don't know. Hashtag syndicate. You dig? The Good Austin also saying hashtag replay crew members minutes. I replayed this 4 times. Right, yeah. And I think that's it for the members minutes. You did, yes, it is, man. Bro, we are live, man. I can't explain to y'all how much I love rocking out with this entire community, man. You guys are amazing. We love the support, and we're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep trying to get all this stuff, keep all these conversations going and get this thing over the hump. You dig? Yeah. So now, any more final words for real this time, bro?
Man, ZSJL, sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Bang.
Peace, you dig? We'll catch y'all next time. All right.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn reboots the universe properly?
This answer your question. Oh my God. James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn.
Okay, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! Hold on.